I could go artist after artist. When's the last time you've seen them at like a Drake hotel or at an Axis or at Revival putting on a show and 200 to 300 people are out there supporting them? You don't see that.
Too much
Only,
politics.
like, to be honest,
There's politics, and then there's also, are the fans actually going to show up to support?
for the ones that make the quality music. A guy
Yeah.
like Doovie,
Yeah.
they show up to his show.
Okay.
Pressa, the Savvy, that seen like some of his stuff got shut down, but the ones that didn't get shut down, people show up to his show.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I'm saying there are quality artists, but it's like the fans got to show up, and you go down to Atlanta,
I don't even think they do.
and everybody just shows up and just.
So you think there's
Yeah.
a lack of like showing up when it comes to the
Yeah,
artist support down here?
I just think the Toronto fan base in general. If you like an artist, you show that you like that artist.
You know what it is?
And you show up and you support that artist.
And we're back, your boy X, RIPMX, and everything social.
Castro Nero 88 on Instagram.
Money Mitch 54X Mitch on Instagram.
And today, we got a special guest in the house, an icon in Toronto culture. If you're familiar with the city, chances are you've seen this man in one place or another. Introducing the man, the myth, the legend. We have Drew Smoothy in the house. Big up yourself, Drew Smoothy. Welcome to Uncommon Sense.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And just for the audience at home, I don't know, is it too broad spectrum to ask them? Tell them a little bit about yourself. What are you currently doing right now in life?
All right.
Someone says, Drew, what do you do in life?
I was about to start off with my name is. Music management, events, and marketing. It's my main things, what I do right now in life. So
Okay.
Manage a couple producers and artists, do events in the city, and marketing for a couple brands as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been into, I guess, each of those things? Like, how long have you had your hand in each of these spots?
Music management's been probably 8 to 9 years. Grew up in music. Events, maybe about right before COVID, started doing some events. And marketing, that came up during COVID. There's a little switch to that during COVID, a little pivot there. But yeah, that worked out really well. Yeah.
Dope. What got you into music? You said you've been in music for a long period of time.
I was
8
church
years?
days, man. I grew up, my dad's a pastor, so I grew up in church. Has always been around music. Was an artist for a little bit, and just realized I was really good behind the scenes. I'm really good at connecting the dots, making stuff happen, developing a relationship with different people. Just, hey, this is what you do, this is what you do, this is what you should do, and then I realized I was really good behind the scenes and making things happen with people that way. So that's how I really got into the management side of stuff. Yeah.
So you said you made music at a
Yes.
point, or that's how you started. What kind of music did you make? Were you a hip hop artist?
It was hip hop, yeah.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah.
How would it compare in today's, like, from the music you came out making in comparison to what's trending right now? I guess you know what, fuck, we'll even bring it to the Toronto scene.
So
How would you say your music fared?
I was more of a niche. So if you guys know Lecrae,
Yeah.
if you guys know, so more of a niche sound, lifestyle,
I do not know who
positive. So Lecrae is a positive hip hop artist. Some people will say Christian, but he's more lifestyle, more positive lifestyle hip hop art. Lecrae. He's been around for a while. He's had #1 albums on the charts and stuff like that. Funny thing is, they never play him on radio. They never play his videos, but he has a really strong following. He's had songs with Wanda. He's had sounds with a lot of big mainstream artists as well. So he's really, really good. Came from that really Christian, then he started to be really more positive. And
I was gonna say, did your background in music coming from that kind of genre, did it stem from like the church upbringing?
yes, of course, yes. So that was something that I kind of stuck with even till today. Sort of like stick with to a certain extent. But yeah, that was
Were you on the Will Smith tip, like no swearing in the lyrics?
no, never.
What was the rap name?
Reason?
Reason?
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. For those that don't know,
Okay.
Yeah.
you heard it here first.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that, but I still don't swear today.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Like just in a general sense, or only when you make
No,
music?
just don't. I don't make music anymore. I just don't. To me, it's like
No profanity.
find a better word to say. Like, I don't mind if people do,
Yeah.
but it's just I just don't. That's to me. It just doesn't. Like, what does it do to make a difference in what you're saying? And it's a way to get your expression to be very expressive, but doesn't in the grand scheme of things. You could find another thing to say, whatever.
I would agree. I genuinely, or generally, I would say profanity doesn't enhance anybody's vernacular or vocabulary.
But if you're angry, I can see how that comes out. But yeah.
That's, you know what? That's interesting. Go ahead.
But what made you transition from making music to managing artists?
I think on my level, I just was better behind the scenes than as an artist. I mean, I can rap. I could still write a really good 16. Like that's cool, but it wasn't for me. You know, at one point, I'm sure everybody here thought they were going to be an artist. At one point, everybody was like, "Yo, I got to get in music, and I'm going to be dope." I'll be the.
I'm like, oh, it's a lot.
Yo, these niggas was rapping at a point.
You got 2 out of 3.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, because everybody think you can do it. Like, you think, and then until you get into it and be like, "Yo, this is not just rapping, bro. This is a whole thing behind
business,
it."
yeah.
And I was actually good at the other side of like connecting the dots and stuff. I'm like, you know what? Let me go to this side, and yeah.
So the artists like you manage,
Yeah.
do they particularly swear or like do you tell them?
Oh
to
no, they
change
do
it up?
everything. They do everything.
Oh, it doesn't matter to you what they do.
It doesn't matter to me what they do. Of course, I would try and be like, the way you act and the way you carry yourself. But like, yeah. So I manage Hawaii Mighty.
Okay, she dope.
Yeah, I manage John Fellner, who's a folk pop artist, who's getting a producer, singer, sort of like a John Mayer, Shawn Mendes type vibe. And then producers, Bedroom and Kato. Kato's also an artist. So Bedroom signed to Boy Wonder, and Kato's a artist / producer as well.
Okay.
Shout out Canadian hip hop.
Yeah.
So these rappers are singers.
John Fellner, tall
Fellner's
white
a
guy
singer,
from
yeah.
London, Ontario. He's folk pop. And everybody else is Bedroom is a hip hop producer. Kato is a hip hop producer artist, and Hawaii Mighty is a rapper. Hip hop, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Right.
so how do you connect with artists? Like, can anybody just reach out to you if they're seeking
Yeah, anybody can reach
management?
out. I think one of the main things that if you guys don't know about me, well, one of the event stuff I used to do at Regulars from like 2018 to 2000, or when Regulars opened to when it closed. Every Monday night, I had like a showcase called Golden Hour Live, and I have 3 R&B artists every Monday, and that's how. From that point, I was really good at selecting, picking artists. Some of the artists that was their first time ever performing. I mean, even the last Junos that happened, the Honest Guy won an award. I had him perform way back in the day at
Oh,
that.
nice.
Osei, I don't know if you know the artist Osei, the R&B singer. That was her first ever time performing, was on that. There's a lot of other things. Zaina Mates, who was nominated, she performed when I had that thing at Regulars. It was called Golden Hour Live every Monday night. And it was just a way of me. I was very good at identifying talent. If you could sing, I mean, from the church, I know who can sing and who's using autotune.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yo, you could sing. And then I'm like, yeah, you sound good, but I don't think you could do that live. So yeah, it was just, man, so that's how I was around the scene. A lot of people would just reach out to me. I'll connect. I'll be in the background. And a lot of things that happen, I don't really say but I'll help people out in the background, connect the dots, make stuff happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very important. Man
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mitch.
So when did you realize that you were the life of the party?
I don't think I'm the life of party.
I think a lot of people would beg to differ.
I don't think I'm a life of a party. I just like I like to curate. I like to curate a good vibe, and when I'm around, just like with my presence around, it's not negative. It's not negativity. It's people coming out to have a good time. No matter what's happening, people are coming out to have a good time. Even if I'm having VIPs there or regular people, you're coming out to party. You're coming out to have a good time. Put everything aside for the next 2 hours, 3 hours before you go home. That's it.
You said it. You said you got into the, I guess, the curating of events was it roughly during the COVID time or shortly thereafter?
It was during COVID time. No, before the music stuff.
No. Like events.
The event stuff was before. It was probably around 2017, 2018.
2017.
Yeah.
Okay.
2018. Yeah.
Few questions there. Okay. First, I want to say, how did you initially just get into that scene?
So we can.
Long story short, or whatever.
Well, we'll do the
like
short version.
Cool.
So
Cool.
I worked at MLSC for a bit. MLSC is where they own the Raptors thing. So I was just regular security there.
Okay.
Regular security, bag checks when you walk in, whatever. But I was the kind of guy that talked a lot. So they're like, yo, we got to get this guy. Like, this guy talks too much to the patrons or whatever. So we'll put him on the court. So they put me on the court. So he ain't gonna talk to nobody. But then I got to know the whole Raptors organization. I got to know some of the players and stuff like that. And some of the players, took a liking to me. And then they're like, "Yo, where do you go?" And the funny thing, at that time, I never used to go out. I started going out later in life, so I never used to go out like at all. Never went clubbing and stuff like that. So then I was like, "Where you go?" I don't really. I'll find somewhere to go. So I'll take them out normally wherever. Got to know the owners. Because I was bringing people that they wanted to bring to the club, and that was it. It kind of like sort of took off from there. Got to know them. So when I wanted to do my own thing a lot later on, because what I'm talking about was probably 2012, 2013 when that happened. A lot later on, I was like, hey, yeah, I want to do my own thing. I just reached out to them. I've always carried a good vibe around me.
Yeah.
So they were like, you know what? Yeah, you want to do something? Yeah, let's make it work. Let's see what we can make happen. So that was all a testament to who I was close to.
Yeah.
And then afterwards was like, oh, he has a good vibe. He has a good head on his shoulders. He's always treating people respectfully. Let's see where we can go from there. And
Oh, that's dope. So it's like a real organic building and encounter.
everything that I do is relationship based or
Yeah.
organic based. Yeah. I don't try to like push too much could be a little bit to my downfall, but I don't try to push too much to be like, oh, I gotta be that. You doing this, I gotta do this. I take my time.
Do you feel like that's the key to doing good business?
No, but there's something to say for you see something and you see the connection to push for it and make it happen right away. Yeah, there is definitely something there for that. But for me, I think it's a relationship organically and it builds. And sometimes it may take 20 years or sometimes you hit it off right away and you make it happen. But there's different styles for different people. So different people approach things different. I know some people meet you today. Oh, you do this, you do that. Oh, let's connect next week. Let's make something happen. Da, da, da. That's never been me. That's never been me. And that stuff could have happened sooner if that was me, but that's never been me. Yeah.
Now I feel like everything happens when it's supposed to happen. You got to move to the pace of your own drum,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So that being said,
That's the power of social skills, though.
yeah, well, you got to manners. So just get networking effectively.
Yeah, I didn't expect that to be the start of your story. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. Like when this guy asked the question, I'm not thinking you say, "Yo, I would just work in security and then I like to talk to people."
Yeah.
No, all of a
seriously,
sudden I'm a guy.
I've
What a
always
transition.
been a social person from the start. I was a very shy guy. I still am a bit, but I was a very shy guy in high school, university. Is what really got me out because I played ball.
Okay.
So that's kind of what broke. I could talk to anybody because anybody randomly
Yeah,
come
just
talk
break
to
the
me. I
ice.
did track, I played ball, so it was after that it was a lot easier to talk to people.
Right.
But small talk, I could talk to anyone. It's no problem. You could put me in the middle of nowhere, and in a month from now, I'll probably know everybody. And that's just
Yeah, that's an important skill.
That's
Nah,
just how
That's
it
an
is.
important and beneficial
Speaking
skill.
of being shy and then a name like Drew Smoothie.
You know what? Great question. How did we end up Drew Smoothie? Where'd Smoothie come
We'll
from?
go back to high school. So I played basketball. So I used to call, I had a silky smooth shot. So that was initially was that. And then I went to university and like, oh, you got silky smooth. And then after a while, when I started a corporate job when I moved to Toronto, it was Drew's. Oh, you know, a lot of the ladies are just gonna call you Drew, and you're so smooth, so Drew Smooth. So it kind of like stuck with me. But the Drew Smoothie was already there from university, so that's still that's always been my.
So you made your name.
No, it was named me.
It was made for him.
It was made
They
for him.
literally
Made in
told me,
honor of him.
Yo, it was silky smooth, and then all of a sudden it was Drew Smooth. And
drop
I'm
that
like,
silk.
I'm just gonna stick with that. Like it's everywhere I go with it, it always ended up being something. So I'm like, I'm just gonna stick with this. And then
It couldn't be Drew Silky.
That's not even a name. Not even a name. That's a title.
Silky Smooth, be like, you best be talking about my skin.
it wasn't like that.
So what was the first event that you threw?
Oh, valid question.
And how did it how
Well,
was
it was a music event, and I think I did it at a spot called Goldie back in the day. I think
remember
now it's
Goldie.
called Kissa. But it was an R&B event.
What he's on King Street?
Yeah,
Or
King
was?
Street. Yeah, it
Okay.
wasn't. Yeah, it's called Kissa now, or whatever it is now.
I think it's still Kissa, yeah.
Yeah, and there was three R&B singers. Did a really dope event in there, and it was really dope.
That's what's up.
How do you even like be in the clubs as much and balance church?
So that's a funny thing. My parents are gonna like this question. So the funny thing is, that's something I probably should be going back a lot to. I haven't, and that's something I definitely got to reconnect back with. I don't drink. Never done drugs. I just go for like a good time, man. I've had like 11 shots.
Okay, I was gonna ask you, have
My
you drank
whole
in your life?
My 11 shots, my whole life.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
gonna ask. 'cause
My
I-
first shot was when the Raptors won in 2019. I told them at the
That's a
beginning.
reason, though. That's a
That's
real
a good
reason.
reason.
Nah,
That
that's
was
a
your
solid-
first one.
Yeah,
That's a valid
I told them
reason.
at the
That's valid
beginning. I
still.
told them at the beginning of the season, if you guys win, I think it was Norm and Delon, or no, that wasn't Delon. It was Norm and I think somebody else. I go, if we win, I'm gonna take a shot. I'm like, these guys are never gonna win. The end of the season, I know the end. Norm looks at me. He goes, "You remember this? Remember
Especially
what you
how they
said?"
won,
Yeah,
too?
yeah.
Crazy.
And
No,
then-
that series was crazy.
yeah, he looked at me. He's like, he held it. He looked at me. He's like, I was like, I can't.
What was
now.
it? You remember what it was?
It's 1942, bro. It wasn't even a shot. It was a bottle.
Yeah, man, I
Yeah,
said pink.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you got
right.
popped into the head. Yeah, yeah.
So I could feel it going down every artery in my body when I went. I was like,
Yo, you shocked all your. That was your first shot
That
ever.
was my first shot
Blood
ever.
clot.
That's first shot ever. And then, funny thing is, I do a lot of stuff with
So hold on. I don't even mean to cut you off. That was the first. Yo, where'd the 10 following come
That's
from?
what I was about to
Okay,
say.
let's go. Let's get it.
So then my birthday, everybody will say take one. So I've had that since then. So that's what, 2019, 2020. So it's been 5. And then,
He has an annual birthday shot.
yeah. And then Patron, I started doing, I'm their cultural ambassador for like Canada.
Gotta
Sick.
taste it.
Yeah.
So they took me to where they make the Patron in Mexico at a hacienda.
Yeah, of course.
So every night I'm like, they didn't force me. They literally said, hey, no, you don't have to, Drew, whatever. And I'm like, I'll do it. Like, give me the hardest shot every night. So that would take off for the. So I took one shot a night there.
Okay. So you've never been drunk.
No,
Nick said, hell no.
not even close.
So every time you've consumed alcohol, just been a single shot?
Just a single shot, yeah.
Is there a reason why you abstain from drinking alcohol?
Right, that goes. There's nothing wrong with alcohol. Okay, there's nothing wrong with alcohol. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone.
No,
or
of
anything
course,
else.
of course.
I just don't see a benefit to drinking it.
Did you feel any difference or any like why you do take your shots? You're taking the strongest shot of tequila at the Patron
Yeah.
play.
The hacienda, yeah.
There, thank you. Look at your pronunciation.
Yeah.
I was about to say, did you feel anything?
I just felt it going down every vein in my body. Besides that, no, nothing.
No, so you didn't see, oh, I want more of this, or there's no like benefit.
Want more of
No,
this.
no.
Something.
To me, it's a lot like the swearing thing.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
I didn't see any benefit to it, so I was like, why am I doing it?
Valid.
That was there's nothing wrong if people do it. I just didn't see a benefit to it, so why am I doing it?
Just throwing it out in the random because you're of the Caribbean background. Did you have family that whatnot, or was your family in the same kind of
There's two things.
mindset?
There's two things. So my dad being a pastor, he was very
Valid.
like don't drink, which he's not supposed to say because it's not like the Bible says don't drink. But my dad can't go up there on stage and goes, yeah, you can drink when you want to, because some people will take it to the extreme and some people would. So my dad will he didn't. My whole family didn't drink, but all my teammates drank. And then when I was in college playing ball, one of the athletic director's son one night was driving home and he was leaving and we told him, hey, wait, we'll give you a lift home. He came back, he left, and his car hit a tree and split in half.
Oh fuck.
And then he died. And then I was like, after that, I'm like, I'm probably never going to start drinking.
Well, that's a valid.
But it's not like I was doing it before anyways. But I was like, after that, I was like, you know what? What's the sense of, like, to me, there was no value in doing it. So like why do it? Like,
So-
it didn't make a difference if you drank or you didn't drink. I just didn't do it.
100%.
Yeah.
That being said, so being in the nightlife environment frequently,
Mhm.
do you?
Yeah, like how you put that in there. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, do you? I don't want to say get annoyed, but like you're in an environment where people are pretty inebriated majority of the time. I'm gonna just assume majority of the people in the do you ever feel odd out, like the odd man out, or do you feel like
I would feel like the odd man out if I used to drink and I stopped drinking.
okay,
So I never did it per se, so it doesn't really annoy me.
got you.
Yeah.
When because I've also been to I've been to the club or been in events where I'm not drinking because I've done hiatuses with alcohol and whatnot,
Mhm.
and it's not that you enjoy yourself less, but the quality of the I guess some of the company around you. Like for me in my experience, people are just becoming noticeably less polished, and I cared less to be there the later it went on.
I see that all the time.
Right? You're like English is going downhill. I'm about to get up out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's happened to me, and that you don't ever experience that or get bored in these settings.
I'm normally not going out to a nightclub just to enjoy myself.
Oh, it's
if I'm
work.
out there, I'm either with the guys or or I'm doing an event, or I'm not just going out just to
Business.
be like, hey, I'm outside just to have fun. That rarely happens.
When's the last time you went outside just to have fun?
So it's been a while.
He doesn't even do that.
What is?
I don't
what
even
is-
do
what
fun
is
no more.
fun?
Huh?
What is fun to you?
What's fun for me?
That's a valid question.
Music, sports, a game. Yeah, that's it, man. I'm not really music, sports, gaming. Yeah, I think that.
What do you
that's
mean
it.
by
Game. When you
game?
say game,
You
you mean like video games? or
Yeah,
you
video
mean,
games.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I thought you meant like going to
I thought
a
you meant the
game.
Raptors game.
And then
Oh,
when
yeah,
you doubled
yeah,
down,
yeah,
then I was
yeah.
like, oh, hold on. I'm confused.
Oh yeah, going to concerts as well.
Okay.
Up and coming artists or like concerts.
But you say you game though, so like what do you play? What system?
Call of Duty.
Oh, you get
PS5.
involved.
I lie.
Yeah,
What system?
PS5.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I respect it. So what do you play Warzone or are you playing?
Nah, I'm more like a hardcore team deathmatch kind of guy.
Yo,
guy's a
this
guy.
guy's talking that
I'm
language.
asking you leading questions, to be honest.
Man just said link up, eh?
Yeah, I don't play Warzone either. I just play
Hardcore TDM. I
I
feel
mean,
you.
you shoot a man,
That's
you don't
it.
fall down. I'm like, what am I playing right now?
Thank
Yeah, I don't
you.
have
See,
time for
he
that.
understands how video games should work.
I like to be efficient with what I do.
My bullet should kill you. I feel you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we learn something new every day.
Yeah.
I was about to say, oh, cool. Do you have a drink? You're
Hold on, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Off the back end of you going out professionally,
Mhm.
do you ever get tired?
valid question.
I do. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't look like it. Like sometimes I'm tired, but this guy's still going.
Yo, I've been out with him and seen him outside the next day, and I'm like, nigga,
Yeah,
I'm tired.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, yo, fam, I did a double shift of outside with this nigga. I'm tired.
No, I mean, see, a lot of this, how should I explain it? So most of the time I'm connecting with the guys, right? Connecting with whoever I'm
You're
taking
with.
care of, if it's a celebrity, if it's a player, if it's whatever. I'm like connecting with them. It's like more of you're getting to know them. You're taking, to an extent, they can take care of themselves, but I'm just making sure they're good, making sure they're safe. That kind of vibe. So yeah, sometimes I do get tired, but I think it's it's like an escape too, right? Yeah. So it's fun to me. It's actually fun. Yeah.
I guess because you got like a different purpose.
He's also
Yeah.
a social
We're in there
person.
just for like recreation for the most part.
There's
So
a
after a
purpose,
while,
period.
yeah, after a while, like mindless fun isn't fun anymore. I'm tired. I want to go home.
Exactly.
But if you're working to a goal, to a purpose,
Yeah.
then you have a different motivation in mind. You know.
A lot of the times I've done, even since back in the day, I was just like, it wasn't really strategic. People's like, you got to go out, network, shake hands, do this. I'm more organic, man.
I'm just there.
I just take the guys out. They hit me up, Drew. You got something going on? Yeah. Just come out, come through. I'll take care of you. Whatever. Just come. And then it's an easier thing for them. It's like they come in. I make sure they're good at the door. They're good. Make sure they're safe. They walk home. Half the stuff I do for them, they don't even know.
So
Because I'm there.
when the guys come, like, where's the spot that you say, okay, this is where we're going? Like, how does the
Man,
night
if it's a
start?
private thing, I'll lock down a spot, do it by itself or whatever's popping that night. I don't just go based on at the spot or whatever is good that night. We'll go there and then
Okay.
I'll make it happen. And then
Mr. Make It Happen. He's got to connect the dots when there's
He
dots.
doesn't
that
find the party; he makes the party. Okay.
yeah. If they want a private thing,
Yeah.
if I want to shout out to Chris Rain. I do a lot of stuff with
Big up
Chris
Chris
Rain.
Rain.
So we do a lot of stuff together. We just find a spot, we put it down, and then the guys come in and have fun, and that's pretty much it.
I got you.
Yeah.
Who are your top three current Canadian artists?
Well, Drake, number one.
Okay.
Drake will always be number one. Number two, currently,
Current Canadian artists.
I go with Drake, and then I'll put Tory in there.
Big up, Tori.
Big up Tory. Free the guys.
I'll put Tory in there. And number three, give me some time to think about this one. I don't want to say.
I don't want to say the wrong thing.
I don't want to say the wrong thing.
You want some suggestions?
Give me some suggestions.
Oh, artists? Like I said, Canadian. There's The Weeknd. Justin Bieber's an artist. Who else we have? We have rap wise. There's
I think that's about it. If you're going, if you're going for like a superstar status,
No, I was just saying it could be anybody though. Really,
you're going for the biggest
there's
level?
Jesse Reyes, there's Pressa, there's so much in the scape of Canadian artists.
There's your artist.
There's artists that you manage personally.
But
although if
you
don't
asked
wanna
me
use
for
them
the
as a
three
bi-
biggest artists in
I said,
Canada.
no, I said-
now.
I didn't say the
don't want to
biggest.
be biased.
I said your favorite. I never said biggest.
Yeah.
I said your.
Oh, okay. You said favorite.
Your
well,
favorite.
Drake, Tory Lanez. I put Havaya Madi in there, but I'm just putting her in there because I do manage her.
Okay.
Um,
If you didn't manage her, who would be your supplementary third?
supplementary third. I don't. Right now, I'm trying to think of a third.
Cardinal official. Just don't.
Well, you said current.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah,
people
yeah,
that's
yeah.
releasing music currently.
Okay, valid.
So it can't be Cardinal.
Yeah.
Although Cardinal, I grew up on Cardinal.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Shortclair
Yeah.
and Socrates and Road Dollar and the whole Circle Click. So I grew up on that. So that will always be that's Canadian hip hop to me.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that was my initiation into the Canadian hip hop scene.
I agree.
It's of course after Maestro, but I came that so. Who else could I? We'll come back to that. I'll
Yeah,
find a third.
We're gonna revisit this.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mitch.
Shit, I was gonna ask him. Adam, was your top three?
Oh,
Go
fuck!
around.
You're trying to do that right now. My
Yeah, might
top
as
three
well.
current favorites.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yo, I didn't know I could take on my phone. I
Why
was
not,
like,
nigga?
yo,
No one's stopping you.
yeah.
Yeah, let me go right now. I'm not even gonna be super.
Oh, but his favorite. Why you gotta go through the phone to
That's
find
what
out
I
who
was
you
saying.
like?
That
I
was
said
that.
Yeah, but
Who
if
you
it's
current-
your favorite, I mean,
Yeah,
you would
buddy,
know.
I
Why
know-
you researching your favorite?
I'm going through what I play on Apple Music. I literally
Going
go
to
to-
his
They're
book
not
of
even on his
lies.
playlist.
I just went on my current, just like Apple Music, like who am I bumping right now? Like I've been bumping some of the Sav 44 youth.
Okay.
He's been doing his thing. Who else am I bumping that's Canadian right now? Yeah, you have to go on your music list, bro. Cause I don't know, like you might just have your Canadian artists off the top.
There's only three of them. Yeah, I don't got I have it
Okay.
off the top of my head.
So who are yours? But you want but
I
yourself.
was going in order. Why you just like, what's up with this
I'm
guy?
deflecting. Can't you tell?
Yeah, I don't like it. Can't you tell?
You know what's a better question for me? It would be like, who are the artists coming up now that you see? It's
Okay, you know what?
than favorite artists,
We could do that. We could do that.
and that's where I would put it.
Upcoming, three upcoming.
Yeah, I would say
So much.
I would
Holy.
say Hawaii Madi, Quasi,
Quasi's guard.
and the third one. This third one keeps skipping me, man.
I'm telling you, the third one it gets difficult.
There is an artist out of Montreal called Zayna Mates, an R&B artist.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really dope. Yeah.
Okay.
Then there is also there's also a hip hop artist out of Montreal, which you guys should tap into. You guys can go. I'll let you guys say what's your top three first.
Cause go ahead.
Top three. Up and coming?
Up and coming. Current
and
right
coming,
now.
up and
Current
coming,
up and
yeah.
coming. Who's hot?
Shit.
Who you rocking with right now? I'm telling you, it's a lot harder than you think. And Mitch is over there applying all the
I
pressure.
had a
on people.
different question. I said favorite.
Oh, that was even harder.
How would that be harder?
Why was up and coming? Shit, I guess the Sad 44 you he's alright. Who else? Shit, I was bumping the Crook before he got locked. The Crook was hard.
Yeah, he has a bar. He has bars.
Third is hard too. I don't know about third.
Everyone's struggling on the third. Okay, I like.
Shaky.
No, everyone's struggling on third.
Shaky.
I like
about
Doovie.
third. Yes, okay, Doovie. Yeah, Doovie's definitely in there too. Shit, I forgot free Doovie.
You count him as current even though he's locked up?
Yeah, because he's not locked up forever. He'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Doovie's on there for sure.
He's acting like you died. Shit.
Bro, some mans
He's
aren't
still
free.
there.
Some guys aren't
But
free.
he will be.
Not according to
Yeah.
No, I'm not
Don't
even.
let this guy be the judge, bro.
Yo,
You're never
judge,
coming
jury, and
back.
execution.
That's
This guy
so
waves that judgment figure at you. Just know, bro, it's over.
Oh, Lee.
Top three upcoming, I'll probably say, the Sav 44 youth looks like he's buzzing right now. He's pretty popular. I'll still say Doovie. If this guy, when he gets out of jail. See how the bad man is contagious? Yo, when man gets out of jail, I think he'll be back. Like,
Yep.
he was buzzing before he went in, you know? And then the next one, I'll probably say Sad Boy. I don't really listen to her music too tough, but she keeps trending on
You
my
know what?
timeline.
She is a good artist. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
I'll give her that. I don't bump her music, but I respect what cause I've always had a problem with some of the average quality of music that comes out of here. So people like artists that go above the average and actually you're an artist who's dedicated to your craft. I respect that. Even if it's not my necessary genre that I listen to or frequent constantly, I can respect the art that's being put out there.
I could see people liking it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't like necessarily out of the
What
whole
about
list.
you?
I really only listen to Doobie, to be honest. I don't really listen to Sav. I don't listen to Sad Boy. But when I see them, I can understand what the allure is. You know what I mean? I can see why people will gravitate to the music. That's why I put them on the list.
But do you like the music?
That's what I said. What do you like?
No, the question was up and coming. So
What
that's the question
that you
Well,
like?
I like the Sav You. I only like one song by him.
Okay.
The rest of them they're cool, but like I just don't listen to it.
Okay.
So can't say that. Sad Boy, I don't really listen to her. But Doobie, I do bump this guy's music on a regular. So
Yeah.
The artist out of Montreal is called K Bands.
K Bands. I'm gonna do a quick search.
KAY
K-
BANDZ. So he's
K
pretty dope.
Bands.
He's out of Montreal. Really
What do you
dope.
think about like Toronto hip hop in Montreal, like Quebec hip hop, like?
So no, it's the same thing, man. It's just like in
Because in Toronto they won't say that.
no, yeah, they won't because Montreal won't say the same thing about Toronto hip hop. So it's all about it's French. There's the French. There's the English. The French, it's for the French population in Quebec, and then the English guys in Quebec won't get love from. They won't really get love from people in Toronto, but they're just as good. And it's like
Valid.
it's like how New York treats Toronto or treats Montreal. It's the same thing. How Toronto may treat Montreal, how New York probably treats Toronto.
Yeah, I get it. You have to really prove yourself in order
Yeah,
to get
you
that
got it.
cosign. As soon as you bust past a certain threshold, then you'll get the following.
Yeah.
You get
But
the
I also think it's also down to like the quality of the music. Like there's artists here that I don't think are necessarily the best, but they get a push because people just support the local thing. You know what I mean? Like they're happy to support an artist that comes from where they're from. So that's what boosts their numbers. But
You
it's not
think that
necessarily
Toronto
just
actually?
quality.
You think Toronto actually supports their artists?
Yeah, I do.
I
So you know what?
I think they get the support that's warranted. I think at the end of the day, you have to put out a quality product. You can't just rely on homegrown support. Like that'll take you like this far. The rest of it is your actual quality of work. That's what will make people really support you.
I think we're the screw face capital for a reason. They don't. To me personally, from what I see, a lot of Toronto. There's a lot of quality projects that are out there. A lot of Toronto people don't support the music for some reason. I don't know why.
There's certain elements. So
don't-
it's like what I found. So even to so I didn't mean to cut you off, but like just to piggyback onto that point, there's certain demographics of the music. So it's like we have a lot of artists, especially like certain styles of like hip hop and rap specifically, right? The more conscious or the more like lyrical type amount, they may not get the same push as the artists that are more on the gangster tip or more on the just because that's more of like what's popular. That's more trending.
And that's not even just for the city. That's the whole industry.
But
The
that's what
whole
I'm-
world
is
is
on that
geared
tip.
towards that. So that's not even a Toronto specific bias. That's just an industry bias.
Right.
Most people like the gangster music. Now within everybody who's making the music, because we even got artists that make the gangster type of music and they're not super famous. You're locally famous because people are just like they support local talent. That's what makes you get views. But I don't think a lot of the guys that get views here, if they're in the States or they're in the UK, they probably wouldn't get the same.
I don't
viewership for
even,
that
you know
music.
what though? I don't really know like for certain things like, okay, when you're saying they support local talent, I feel like the people supporting that, they genuinely resonate. I don't feel like people support like super.
Not like blindly, but it's also like reputation and stuff like that too.
certain things
Authenticity.
will, like,
that matters.
We know that this guy comes from this place
Yeah.
and does this thing.
Well, that's good.
That plays
That's
a
good.
role in it.
That's good to know. But now it's music because this thing. There's a lot of this. I could go artist after artist. When's the last time you've seen them at like a Drake hotel or at an Axis or at Revival putting on a show and 200 to 300 people are out there supporting them? You don't see that.
Too much
Only,
politics.
like, to be honest, it
There's
would,
politics, and then there's also are the fans actually going to show up to support?
for the ones that make the quality music. A guy
Yeah.
like Doovie,
Yeah.
they show up to his show.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Pressa, they'll show up to his show. The Sav Youth, I seen like some of his stuff got shut down, but the ones that didn't get shut down, people show up to his
Well,
show.
that's
Okay.
another thing.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I'm saying there are quality artists, but it's like the fans got to show up, and you go down to Atlanta,
I don't even think they do.
and everybody just shows up and just
So you think there's
Yeah.
a lack of like showing up when it comes to the
yeah. I
artist support
just
down
think
here?
the Toronto fan base in general. If you like an artist, you show that you like that artist,
You know what it is?
and you show up and you support that artist.
I think Toronto clubs are afraid to play Toronto.
That
artist.
Yeah.
That's a
Like,
factor.
you know what I'm saying?
I don't
Because,
think
yo,
it's the deciding factor, but it plays a part.
I'm just saying, in the sense where he's like, oh, you don't see them at these places because
of those
the
shows get shut
the
down.
club doesn't want these guys here.
Well, it's also-
fact.
No, I know the
Sometimes
police
too,
will
right?
shut it down.
There-
Yeah.
exactly. Well, there's also the safety risk associated with some of these guys. Like their music will incite issues. There's like
Yeah.
there's been
In the
literally
city?
times where we're like
Yeah.
guys are over there
Bro.
paging the DJ like
Because
yo,
all
you
of
can-
these guys are getting their plays BC, out London, all of the same people we just named. Their shows are not in the city because in the city we don't even the
There's
security's
a good
not there
chance of
for
it
them.
being a problem because a few of them that
Yeah, of
were
course.
there, there's something happened at the show.
There's
so
the
it's-
politics. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is the
you know.
politics. But I'm just saying, it's a main thing. Like they don't support your own until you go out and you get valid somewhere else, and then you come back, and then people start supporting you, and that happens all the time.
yes,
Like when Drake first started,
you had to boom.
he had to go. Like I heard his first mixtape before he came out. Like I'm like, this is quality stuff. But Toronto wasn't at that time. Toronto, like he had to go get the cosign and everything else. I thought that he was sick since the beginning.
A lot of people from Toronto clowned him for his first bodies of work
Yeah.
when he first came out, just because
Like
he was
room
on
for
more soft tip,
improvement.
right?
Comeback season.
Comeback
Those-
season was hard.
people don't like. That's
a lot
what
of
we
people
rhyme.
look-
He was
but-
rhyming with Socrates. He's
Yeah.
rhyming.
No, for sure. But there was still that take where a lot of people were looking at like, yo, he's making more gal tone music. You know
But
what I
yo,
mean?
y'all about to see he got clowned from everybody.
From
at the
everybody
start.
from
Yeah,
being
it
a
was
soft
also-
rapper.
That's what I'm saying. This is not Toronto specific because he got clowned even in the States.
Yeah,
it's
no-
just his image. They said
No,
he
no,
looks
but
like
that-
he
but
serves
his-
shawarmas. They used to make fun of this. guy.
No, but he got popping. But he got popping in the States first before he came back.
Because Wayne did. Wayne
It works
brought
like
this guy.
that though.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it
we
works
got to
like
learn
that,
to
though.
support.
I think
our
that's
own.
where he got discovered because he got
Wayne's-
signed
yeah.
by Wayne. So then
Yeah.
it would make sense that Wayne has this guy going on a circuit in America, developing his buzz, and then that goes back to Canada. But I don't think like people were rejecting the quality of his work. I just think like, yo, he was getting clowned because his image was a little bit funny at
He's
first.
an actor. He's like
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
just and now coming from Toronto,
And then
it's just hard enough.
I
for
think
me.
the reason that he would have blown up in America first is because the person that signed him was in America, and they're gonna start to like promote their artists where they are, you know. And America's a bigger market. Like
But
I
the
can't
funny
imagine
thing
them
is,
coming
the
back
funny
here
thing is,
first.
before Wayne got involved, and shout out to Nico, and I've known these guys way before, like Nico and all those guys. Nico was always involved. Nico was there from the start. There's another friend, that's a good friend of mine that was part of the management team at the time. This is before Lil Wayne, and he was good. He was always good. But you know, Toronto never really showed love. The mixtape
Yeah.
came out, never really
But
showed
Wayne
love.
pushed the hell
But when he
out
got
of that,
assigned to of course, Wayne said, "Go do what you got to do. Like make what you want to make," kind of thing. I don't know if those were exact words, but that's what he did. And then he started going on, and then the cult following, and then the comeback season came out. Then the other tape came out. Then his album came. Like so,
It was consistent hot music though.
yeah.
Like
It's
that's
good
the
music,
thing. It was
yeah.
consistent like hot music. He
But do
didn't
you think
drop
that
trash.
would? Do you think? I think it would have happened anyway. But do you think that would happen if like if Wayne wasn't involved?
I think
I
it would
don't
have took
think-
a lot longer.
Would Toronto, it would have happened, but would Toronto look at him like, oh, this is a good artist, we should get behind him and support him?
If
I
you-
think no. I think for his career to catapult in the fashion that it did, Wayne was super required for that.
Because he was always talented. The first time I heard
No,
Room
no,
for
for sure.
Improvement, I'm like, this is going to be...
Especially in his first
Yeah.
coming up, there wasn't too many artists doing the singing and rapping kind of
Yeah.
twist up, switch up.
Yeah, I definitely think who you get signed to is a major part because it's
Yeah.
like there's other artists that they wouldn't have been anybody if they didn't get signed to that particular label. Like
There's the Weekend
we-
story, then there's the Tory Lane story. There's a whole bunch of other stuff now. Like, did they have... What you should be having is a cult following of your fan base.
From
Be
your-
like,
yeah,
I just
from
think-
your city that are
Yep.
supporting you.
You know what?
That was like-
I think
everyone-
when
Weeknd's
Drake,
huge here.
when Drake
Who?
got signed,
the
it was like
weekend's really big here.
I know, but I'm talking when he was first coming out. When he was first coming out, I don't know, like when he was first coming out and he dropped and everything else. When he had all those things, was there like could he sell out a show for 200, 300?
What are you saying?
I don't recall, but I do remember hearing this song on the radio. Like the high for this was on the radio
Yes,
a lot.
yes.
And
No,
like
for sure,
people
for
like
sure.
that song.
I just look at it like Drake was just a prototype.
Yeah.
He was like the prototype for everybody. Everybody after Umbrella, everybody after him follows that swag. Like
Yeah.
that singing, everything is like we got it from Drake. It might change every year, but he's the
one of the
original
biggest
prototype.
to do it.
Now, if you go,
Period.
if you want to go back, because now the whole reason this conversation started was fans. How do you get your Toronto fans to support the Toronto talent? Because when that starts happening, now you have this whole groundswell of people like, oh shoot, they have Toronto on their back, and now it makes it undeniable for labels to be like, yo, they have their city on their back, and now they're pushing it. Now the other guys you're talking about, like Doovie and Pressa, yeah, you got your city on your back. Now we got to push it. Now what? Toronto fans have to get together and support their artists and show that they're supporting their artists.
It's crazy.
in there.
Toronto hates for it because even when we were thinking about Pressa, like when Pressa first dropped, a lot of people were getting at him. One, because of the sound of his voice. They're saying like, just his whole
Yeah,
image
there's
overall. Like he
there's a lot
wasn't.
of
You look like Riley Freeman from Boondocks, right?
Yeah.
kind of. You know.
Yeah.
And you have to blow up, do super well here before you get recognized in your own city. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't feel like no, it's true though, because nobody really
but
like.
niggas did support him and Robin Banks. They used to pull up to those shows. Like Robin Banks
I'm just talking
was
about the
doing
massive
shows
fam.
before
If you looked at a
his
lot of the
situation, bro.
a lot of people from here prior to that though, it was very niche. It might have been people
Yeah,
more
a lot of
connected.
people made fun of Press, but here and the States, not just here.
No, but
the man
I-
had a high voice and he's kind of small, so it's like, yeah, people are like, that's just man shit. Niggas are gonna make fun of you for that type of shit. I don't think that's Toronto specific. I think anywhere you go, if you have uniquely different features than other people,
No, but what I think-
that like you're gonna get made fun of.
What I think that he's getting at though is like the overt, like from the jump, you don't really get the support from your city that like say other artists from other cities do. Like from Atlanta, like Manum push Atlanta
you have
artists
that whole swell behind you
very
Yeah.
heavily. Like yo, they
And
are
then
big
other
in
artists,
Atlanta. They
other
are big in
artists are
Atlanta.
supporting you in Atlanta. It's like there's a whole ground.
There's like an
That's like,
ecosystem.
that's like the same thing with business, bro. When your
Well,
friends come in looking for a deal.
I'll say Atlanta is a different thing because their industry is way more developed, way more advanced than us. You know what I mean? So you have people that like the music industry is very, very profitable over there. So that in itself, like anywhere you go where there's a profitable industry, you're gonna have more participants. You know what I mean? People will leave where they are to go to that place to participate
But
in what's going
besides
on.
that,
You know?
you're right. But then there's also artists supporting each artist.
Well,
Like
that's
that.
what I was gonna lead to. So they already have a thriving industry. We don't have a thriving nothing, bro.
Black
We have a
culture is
bunch of-
strong over there, though.
Yeah, we
It
have
is
a
very
bunch
true.
of
Black
like
culture is very strong over there.
But
Like here, there's no
the
one
black
culture.
identity is different. No, the black identity or the black experience in Canada is significantly different than the black experience in America.
Yeah.
And as a result, the socialization and how we go about it in our communities are very different. How we
Like,
gather
think
and
of the
organize.
demographics of Atlanta. That's a predominantly black city in comparison to Toronto, where we are the minority. We're like 15% of the population here. You know what I mean?
But
In
I'm gonna throw-
Atlanta, they're like 50 or more.
But I'll throw something in there. The most of the people that consume hip hop music isn't black people.
That's valid. That's
Which
valid.
is why those guys shows sell out of town. Because it's all those.
Well, that would also, that would also reiterate what Cuz is saying in terms of like why all these guys are doing fucking tours all over else except here.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it is valid though. A lot of the consumers of hip hop, especially like when we got into like Chief Keef shows,
They're all white kids.
That's what I'm trying to say. like,
Stoner kids.
Well, that's the majority population where we're at.
But even when you look at like YG Pressa, all of these fans are just white
you
kids.
know what it is
just-
too. I think
because they're doing other shows out of the city.
Yes, but they're
Only
actual.
here really has black people like that.
I know, but like,
it's true.
As soon as you leave, you remember that you're in Canada, bro, and that's what it is.
Yeah, it's not multicultural
Hip-hop
everywhere
music
else.
is very, very popular
yo, it's
around the
just
world.
funny because like, you know, the music that they're giving out and the fans is totally different.
No, but I think the fans they like it, right? They're allowed. So think about it. The white fans that consume this music, they are allowed to like innocently consume this as entertainment. Like they almost live vicariously through the music. Like everything that they're hearing is like they're experiencing through these artists. Whereas like I don't know, man, like people who are more similarly aligned to this style of life or to the artists themselves, they may not perceive it as such. It's like, yo, this is not a game. Like, I don't know, it's not so innocent to like it. Like you'll have like somebody from outside the culture, I don't want to say ignorantly, but like innocently listening to the music. It doesn't matter what neighborhood they're in. Like they'll listen to music from a contrary neighborhood in the opposition neighborhood. just because like as they're driving and whatnot, innocently, because they have no involvement. To them, it is simply entertainment and simply consuming music for what it is. Whereas like you go somewhere, like if someone that is kind of more in tune with the culture, or someone like you may get pressed for that same exact issue. You can be listening to the exact same song, and somebody would say, "Hey, why you listening
That
to
was
the
like
music?"
that fan who got shot, the white guy. Remember he went to
Was he
Regent
white?
Park?
Yeah, he
yeah.
went to Regent Park
And he was bumping the music.
Yeah, he was bumping
yeah.
music from the opposition neighborhood, and then he got shot as a result of that.
And then got a cosign from the man he wanted to give a cosign to.
Yeah, they shouted him out after he got shot.
My overarching point is that people from outside the culture, I
got what you
think
wanted.
they can more instantly consume.
Why, isn't that what happened recently 2 days ago with the Chris Brown thing?
Didn't he tell
don't
everyone
wear,
stop wearing
don't
the
do
red
not come to
bandanas?
my shows wearing different color bandanas?
He said, "Don't wear the red bandana." Because Chris Brown has been
That's what
associated
Seabury
with the
said?
Bloods,
Yeah,
right?
he literally put a story up. Do not wear different color bandanas to my show. Wear a brown one,
Said wear-
but do not come to my show wearing different color bandanas. He literally said that because fans were showing up with like blue and red and different colors.
They're just brisk breezy
He
outside.
is brisk breeze, big brisk breeze. Like, you can't even talk to him like that. Like, what the
How
hell?
this guy waited his whole life to become a gang member. as a
Fruit
grown
pyro.
man.
Yo, for real, it's
In a
crazy.
whole other city than where he's from.
You know, on a side note, I seen a video today. You see the video of Big U making this guy donate things to people?
Big U made a lot of people do a lot of things apparently.
Not gonna lie.
According to the
He
allegations.
just sit with a young Chris Brown. Yo, Chris,
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. I don't know if it's confirmed. You know,
We gotta leave it like that.
get
Allegedly.
myself twined up. But allegedly, yo, he's making a lot of people do things they didn't want to do, fam.
Chris is on the stream looking fragile. Like, Allah, I'm donating another 500 pair? All
Well,
right.
you know why? He needs protection, right?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
He needs protection from the people that are offering the protection.
Yeah. See how vulnerable without protection you can be?
But
Great,
that.
But you
Not
want to
even brisk
donate
breeze.
or do you not want to donate? Yeah. So
it costs a lot of money to be in the camera doing all this for no reason.
Donate those chains.
This isn't cheap right here. You gotta pay for this.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man
my.
had red hair, spray painted. Don't talk to
You
him
have
like
pay
that.
for that.
Don't talk to him like that.
Anybody have any questions before I do a brief segment switch? Any question you'd like to get off before we
Do your thing.
any
Go
questions?
straight.
All right, cool. For this next segment, I'm gonna call Explain That Post. What we've done here is I've gone through the
am I allowed to say pass?
yeah, you're allowed to say pass if you don't want to explain it, but I don't see why you wouldn't. I don't see why you wouldn't. I'm gonna go through a series of posts.
Oh, jeez.
They could be funny. They could be. You'll see what happens. We're just gonna ask for a little bit of context and maybe a little bit of insight regarding the post. And
Good
like,
luck,
yo,
brother. Good luck.
I don't think I have anything up there bad.
you have nothing crazy.
So you guys can take a unless you're posting, unless you guys, yeah.
You guys, got Inspector Gadget working?
unless you're pulling out my stories from like years ago or something.
No. You're good. You know what? We'll start off something humble and light.
Just give whatever, man.
Yeah. No, we got you. How do
Oh
I?
shoot, you got the airplay and everything going here. Oh
yeah.
shoot.
Boom. What's going on here? Care to explain? to the
Oh
man?
shoot. Yo, shout out Hawaii Mighty.
Shout out Hawaii.
Carlos, that's my partner on business for the guy holding the plaque. He's my partner in my music management. So both of us have a company called MCM XBI. So this post happened, this was Friday night. Conor Price, hip hop artist from Canada, I'm sure. I don't think any of you guys know him, but he probably,
Does the madam know Conor Price?
He was right.
he's got
All
2 billion
No,
streams.
I'm now.
2 billion streams. He's
Everyone
from
else knows
Toronto,
him.
completely independent.
2 billion independence impressive.
And we don't know.
Apparently, I'm just ignorant.
No, but
That's
he's
all this means.
more of a clean rapper, so it may not be the style that you guys listen to normally. He had a viral sound 2 years ago called Trendsetter that everybody used in their songs and across America, across the world. So it sold 40K in Canada. Hawaii Maddie was featured on that song.
Oh, beautiful.
So she received a gold plaque from Canada, Music Canada for achieving certification gold status.
Nice.
That's what's
So in
up.
Canada, that's 40K units. In the States, that's
I think
gold is
isn't it half a
500.
million?
500 in the States, but we have 10 times less the people. So
Yeah.
there you go.
That
I
makes
got,
sense.
got another one for you.
Yeah. I forgot to shout out also in that clip. That was her tour manager, Drew, was in that clip as well. Drew Mighty, who also manages Omega Mighty as well. So he was
Big up
also
Drew
in
Mighty.
that clip, Yeah.
Care to explain? What's going on here?
Oh, that was just a New Year's Eve post.
That looked like a shot of tequila.
Nah.
That was your annual shot. Eh?
There was no shot happening there. My boy was the cameraman and Luigi, I believe. And then, yeah, that was just, he just got me.
Shout out Luigi.
Yes.
Moving forward. We got. Ooh.
Yeah,
You know what? You know what? Where are we going next?
Where do I think this is going?
Everything's humble. Everything's humble. Everything's humble, man. You know what I'm saying? PG. Oh, Matt, why am I unable to connect? Why are you not respecting me?
There's
There
a
we go.
reason why. Oh, that was my birthday that wasn't my, okay, the shot was for my birthday, but I posted it when he won Rookie of the Year. Scotty's first year. So he came out to my birthday that year, and that was at Ultraviolet, I believe. Chris Rain took that shot. Yeah.
Oh, solid.
I think that was after I took my
Is that
my third shot. It was my birthday. It was a birthday thing.
okay? Okay,
Over there
third.
hugging.
Yeah.
The vibes are heavy after that one.
Okay. What's going on over here?
Oh, so that was shoot, I forgot. That was 2016, 2017. Yeah, it was just one night out with Fred. That's when Fred had no hair.
What did he say to you?
Yeah, those cannot be. Those
The man
cannot
are
be.
grinning,
I could even look.
That's
Like, yeah,
deviant behavior.
Ball player by day, comedian by night.
I don't know what was happening there, but yeah, he was telling me something that was funny, I guess.
You hit him with the lie.
Oh. We're going back. Let's see what else we got. Oh, you know what? Interesting. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm going to ask you about it.
Mhm.
Oh. Oh, is this your post? My fault. Go ahead.
This one?
What's going on here?
Yeah, I visited, I think it's Universal Studios in LA last year or the year before. So we just, there's a part where you can take a picture with the Oscar. I think it's Universal Studios. Yeah, it was Universal Studios. And yeah, just took a picture there.
All right, cool. I was just wondering.
Got a photographer you want to shout out?
That photographer was Jacqueline. Jacqueline was that photographer.
There
Yeah.
you go, Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Big up
Looking out for you.
You know what?
I always shout everybody out. So
I had to. I'm like, don't leave that one.
What's going on here?
That was my birthday party 2-3 years ago. We had an old school birthday. Weren't you at that one?
He was.
With Mr. Lewin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys came out to that one. Yeah, it was Studio 54 at Harriet's.
Before or after the shot?
That's before. I don't think I took a shot. Did I take a shot that night? I
Can't
think I
be like
probably
that.
took one. I think I took one that night.
Can't be dressed like that.
No, everybody was dressed up that night. So that was actually before the party.
Question.
Yeah.
How did it feel with hair?
Yo. Yo,
Oh,
what
you guys
the
gonna go there, eh? All right, I see how it's gonna be. No, it was just. It was cool. I had hair before. No, it's a loaded question, yo.
I'm just saying, that's a whole new man. I don't even know who that is. That's Drew Smoothie.
Yeah, literally, it is.
That's Smoothy
Hair and
Smoothie
shades.
Drew
I
is
don't even wear
crazy.
glasses.
Drew Groovy.
No, it was hot, bro. It was hot. I had to take that off halfway through the thing. But that was a vibe.
Yeah, it looked like one. What else we got going on? Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Let's ask.
Oh, Matt Rife. Yeah, that was last year.
Oh, this is last year?
Yeah, that was last year.
Big up. Was it a show? What's going
yeah,
on?
a
What's the
show
contact?
here, and then took him out of UV afterwards. He was at UV.
Ooh, not right. If I've heard of it.
He's the comedian with
The crowd work. He picks people, and then in the crowd, and they start yelling back at him. He crowd works, I'm sure you've seen clips of him on.
Maybe. I can't
social
think
media.
of it. I've heard of his name, though.
He's really dope with the crowd work stuff. But yeah, no, he was good. We just we were out there at Ultraviolet after one of his shows.
I remember he was actually in hot water for a period of time. I remember
He doesn't care. He just says what's on his mind.
Yeah, he was offending people. I think women got offended at some of the jokes he was saying pretty early on in one of his specials.
If you don't like the man, just don't follow him.
Did he stand
Don't
on
listen
it?
to him.
He stood on it. He stood
I
on it.
respect everything
John,
about it then.
No, like he has like the crimson chin and everything, you know.
Oh, leave the
No, so I'll bring that up. So he stood on what he said. So when Andrew Schultz now stands on what he said, do you respect it?
Andrew Schultz? If I agree with his
what's he
takes,
standing on?
depends on what he's standing for. But like in the what context what are you referring to specifically?
So he had made some comments about black women,
Yes.
about being like sometimes angry, or I think it was the angry. I'm not
Oh,
sure
with
exactly.
that British
When he
shit.
backtracked it.
Yeah.
He backtracked.
Was it okay? Hold on.
I don't think. Okay, go ahead.
No, there's a few things because like I got like 3 different methods. He used to backtrack. Was it the shits and gigs controversy, or was it something he said independently about black women?
No, it was on a special.
Okay.
It was on a special. And then I'm the kind of guy, I'm like, yo, you can make fun of everybody. I don't care. You make fun of everybody. Make fun of everybody. I don't care.
Yeah. I don't business.
And then, so that's why if you don't like him, don't go to his show, don't listen to him.
I feel very similarly towards that. If you're a comedian, I don't care about people getting offended about comedians making jokes because that's literally what they're there to. You know what I mean? If you have
a problem, don't listen.
It's
so normally the people that want to boycott you are the people that don't listen to you anyway.
I feel like the black community gets sensitive sometimes.
But the thing is, he makes fun of the Asian community the same way. He makes fun of the Indian community. He makes fun of his own Italian community the same way. And
I recall
back to the community being sensitive.
I recall vaguely that like the incident where black people were offended. Like, oh my gosh, because I think they were trying to get at somebody too. Because
they were trying to get at Charlemagne.
It was Charlemagne.
They're trying to get at the other guys. Oh, how come you guys didn't say anything?
You
pressed him
co-signed
on the
this guy.
show. And I'm like, yo, if it's comedy, it's comedy. Like, let it be. Like,
and then they backtracked. I think Charlemagne and them said like, oh my, like didn't they backtrack for him?
I think the shits and gigs guys backtrack. I don't think Charlemagne.
I think he co-signed. I think Charlemagne stood on business for the entirety of it. But when I had heard the actual like what was people were getting offended by, as a black person, I didn't deem it that offensive. I'm so sorry. I didn't think it was like, oh my God.
No, but the thing is, the joke wasn't as funny. So that's all people. So
it wasn't funny. But
so people are like, oh, so maybe he believes that. So that's where. But if you don't like somebody, if you don't like what they do, just don't.
So how many laughs does it take for the joke?
No. I mean, even if the joke isn't funny, he's a comedian. Just let him. He's being a comedian. Like I could understand if he goes on the side, goes, I actually believe this, and this is. People, he's just sneaking it in comedy, but he actually believes that. Just don't listen to him.
You might.
Don't listen to him. Are you gonna get a whole bandwagon? It's like when Chris Brown did the thing he did. Every time he was going on tour, people was like, oh yeah, you gotta shut the thing down. You can't go on tour. Oh, he beats women. 10 years afterwards.
They forgive him.
15 years afterwards.
The whole
most of his fans,
women.
A woman.
I'm gonna say about 90 to 85%.
But the people that wanted to boycott him weren't fans to start with.
You see the meet and greets?
Did you see the meet? I was about to say, did you see the meet and greets?
You saw the guy that was trying to get in the meet and greet that paid $1,000,
and he just had to sit down.
Like, big man, what did you think was gonna happen?
He tried to get our bracing.
He thought he was breeze. He's like, what? Go over there.
But yeah, he paid his money, so you gotta get his picture.
$1,000 to just sit.
He got a back-to-back picture.
Oh, I'm back. Jesus.
the old school 90s rap album pictures.
He's like, yo.
Yeah,
this is who this.
What's going on? This is the Will Smith.
Jabari. Yeah, no, he's a dope dude. I met him a couple years ago. He's cool. He's a cool guy. He's actually a really dope artist as well.
Oh, what is he? A hip hop artist? He raps?
Yeah. He's actually really dope. I think he's a singer. No, he's a rapper. He's actually a really dope artist as well. But he's the new Fresh Prince for Bel Air.
Yeah, I watched Bel Air.
So when he was in town, took care of him. I think I had a show at Harriet's that night, and he's like, "Yo," he came up to me, "Yo, could I do a song?" I'm like, "Sure, go do your thing." And then I looked at him, I'm like, "Oh, it's Jabari." I'm like, "Yeah, no, but really cool dude." He was here for a bit. Yeah, good guy. I think we were downstairs. I forgot what show. It was the Locks. That was downstairs at the Locks.
Oh, okay, I was just about to ask where did this take place. Yeah.
Elizabeth Theater. Yeah. So,
all right. We got one more.
You a Locks fan?
Oh yeah. Grew up in the Locks. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, I like the Locks.
He likes the Lock. Who doesn't?
She'd be surprised.
I would be. Hold on. We're going there. We're getting there. And then, where'd it go? Yeah, of course. Float it by, man.
Oh, he's cutting this out? Okay, cool.
Yeah. We're just... Yeah,
I know. That's what he's trying to like, yo.
I mean, like, yo, honestly, there's my messages. Don't let
you should have saved them all. You should have saved them all in a specific collection. And
I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't even know you could do that.
See, scandalous
man's a
behavior.
Man's a rookie.
He's a veteran.
Man's a rookie.
You're lacking still. You couldn't.
Did you know about that?
What?
You could save all your things into a collection. Your posts.
Your post?
No, when you press
Man,
save.
like acting like they don't.
I would have just screenshotted the
okay.
pictures and
I
then
thought you
just pot them up.
Yo, honestly, I just DM'd them to myself via a different account.
So you can go on your post.
This guy's doing so much.
You click you click save, and then it will ask you what collection you want.
Oh no, I have archive saves. I just I didn't do that.
So,
X's archives. Eh?
Ready?
The dark
And then we're just gonna do a humble live reaction. We're gonna do a humble live reaction right now. How did you feel when you seen this? Someone you may want to take seriously, but she attends every
I think that was
single
funny as
event
hell.
that Drew Smoothy's
I make fun of myself all the time, so like that stuff was funny.
Yeah, nay.
This is so funny, bro.
So good.
I didn't expect it, but it was funny.
Damn. I was not expecting that.
Yeah or nay?
That was funny. It was funny.
Yo, that's real personal.
Big up. Yo, what's wrong with the man?
All right, say it again.
You found a dime piece, someone you actually want to take seriously, but she attends every single event Drew Smoothie throws. Every single one of them. She doesn't miss.
I mean, he's my guy, so his parties are crazy.
I know.
I'll take my time. Yeah.
Yeah?
KB, shut up.
Am I taking her serious?
Yeah or nay?
Nay.
I love Drew, man.
We all love Drew.
No, Sam. You know what you should do
the
for Sam? You
cop-out.
should change the question. Say instead of Drew, say AM PM.
Every Friday and Saturday.
It
night.
gets sweaty in there. I've been there.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Wait, is
You say yay?
Wait.
That was funny. I didn't expect it, but it was funny.
On the side note, shout out Playground. They just hit 100,000 on
Yes.
on YouTube. So
YouTube,
big up the
yeah.
man them. We like that. What's your answer to that? You meet somebody would you take somebody seriously that you meet in this in the nightlife environment?
You could take somebody seriously anywhere you meet them.
Yeah?
It all depends. It all depends on afterwards. You won't like them, right? You got to get to know them. You got to get to you can meet anybody anywhere.
Valid.
Your percentage of making somebody quality in a nightlife may not be there. The
So
percentage
you know
is
what?
not
So
there.
no, I like
the
that.
ideal environment to meet somebody of quality.
There's never an,
No, I like that.
there's
What's-
never an ideal environment.
What's the go back to the percentages? What's the probability? I like
It's a lot less to meet somebody of quality if you're out in a nightlife scene at a nightlife party.
Well, when I'm saying ideal, what would be the opposite of that? Then?
Oh, what would be the opposite?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
church.
to randomly you.
Your parents are happy right now.
No. But I'll be honest with you. A lot of people. Some people go to church just to look for. I'm sure you all know people that go to church not for the right reason.
Go to church just to look for people, eh?
Of course, every man here sitting here knows somebody that's done that.
You
I
know
mean,
what?
I've seen those movies.
So you don't know anybody in real life that's done that.
Not in this country.
So yeah, you gotta.
They're in Trinidad. Tell you that.
But no, it should be the place you go to look for somebody, but then some people use that as a cheat code. Oh, I want a good girl, so I'm just gonna go to church and look, and then mess up everything that they're doing.
You know what's
on their
crazy?
life.
Leave them on trash.
No. So, I feel like the people that sometimes go to church in lieu of looking for somebody. Sometimes you end up playing yourself because you just find out you will align yourself with people who are there for sometimes the same reason.
Exactly.
Right? You find a girl who's been like, yo, I'm trying to find me a husband now.
You're there for the wrong reason. That's a temptation they were telling you about, bro. You weren't even listening to the sermon. You're too busy looking somebody. See, you missed out on the message. Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, no, so I think there's never an ideal place. I mean, you go out at a coffee shop, or you go out at a restaurant, you're at a bar, like a bar, not like a club setting, and you can, but you never, and this is me giving life advice. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, but you're never gonna find when you're looking is not when you're gonna find somebody.
I would agree. I would agree with the sentiment on the basis of like you will attract who you're meant to be around when you're kind of focusing on your own purpose, or
If you go out
something
looking,
larger.
you're gonna find somebody else that's looking who's not for the right reason. If you just, it just comes to you when you don't expect it. That's what I believe.
Valid. What to say? Do you? Oh fuck! I'm trying to even figure out how to word this properly.
Just say.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
So as a seasoned veteran,
I like it.
I'm not.
I like how that
I'm not
started.
a seasoned.
I like how that
veteran.
started.
a seasoned veteran in the game of life.
Yeah,
Everybody's seasoned.
not a season.
But I'm not
Yo,
seasoned.
you're never gonna, bro.
My season is not hitting as hard, bro.
See how he speaks. You're never gonna get through with those toxins.
What? Man, seasoned
Man's like,
veteran in the game.
we're seasoned. We're all seasoned.
Not to the same degree. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your opinion on, like, what's your take on the Toronto dating scene or market, however you want to call it?
It's like every other city. It's like every other city, girls say, "Oh, I don't like Toronto, man. I'm going to LA." LA girls say, "Oh, I don't like LA, man. I'm going to New York." New York, I don't like New York, man. I'm going to Miami. It's the same thing,
So is the
So
travel?
you're just saying that
Women
women
just
aren't
don't like
happy
nothing.
anywhere.
huh?
Women just aren't happy
Yeah.
anywhere.
Oh,
is
I
what
didn't
you're
say
saying.
that. You said that.
I'm summarizing. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying.
That's what I heard. They
I'm just
keep
saying.
leaving.
No, the dating scene is like, it's what you make it. And it's where you're looking, like it's where you're looking for love. It's not gonna happen like, and wherever you are, it's gonna be the same situation. So the Toronto dating scene, if you're in it, it's gonna be the same as the New York dating scene if you're in it. And like, I don't think it's how you looking for what you're looking for. I don't know where you're at in your life, what you may be doing, but it's all dependent on what you're looking for and how you going about getting it. I'm seeing these podcasts. I'm like, what the heck? You gotta pay $2,000 for a first date?
Yo, honestly,
Not over
Yeah,
here.
that stuff
you know what it is though. You know,
I was like, what's going on here?
I seen a post today, and it was pretty much it was pretty valid. A lot of women are being conditioned and holding these social standards that are being influenced by sex workers, right? And so it's like because of the population, it's true. It's true. Like, when has barrier to entry ever cost $2,000 for anything? I'm so sorry. Now I have to pay all your bills and do everything. And like, this is the standard.
No, so there's differences now. So back in the day, this was like 2015, 2016. There was a Russian girl. No, 2016, 2000. A Russian girl I dated. I won't say dated. We went on like a couple dates, and she was like, yeah. So I invited her out for a date, and then she's like, so this is where I live. Send me the Uber. Get the Uber. Send me the Uber. I would come and you're paying for dinner, and then you're gonna Uber me home.
That's how she
afterwards.
spoke to you?
That's how she spoke to
Exactly
you.
what she said when I was setting up everything. Right?
Yo, I'm offended for you.
I was like, I'm a different guy. And I was the kind of guy back in the day. Well, back in the day,
Let him know. Let him know.
I was like, on a first date, you paying for your half. I ain't paying for you. I don't know you.
Hey.
So why am I paying for you? I may not want to be with you after this. So why am I investing in this? I would if they, I have the money to pay. But I used to make a joke before, and she go, "Well, I'm independent. I can pay for my own." Okay, cool. Pay for your own.
Perfect.
So something like that. But it's not to be like, oh, chivalry's dead. I'm like, yo, I mean, if I saw something with you and we continuing, then I'll be like, okay, I'll pay. I have no problem doing that. But if I come at the end of the day, I'm like, yeah, you're paying for your own. Like, that's just how but I will preface this. I'll say this in advance to be like, so, whatever. So it's not like at the end of the day, oh, yeah,
So she didn't order lobster.
She's on her best behavior from that point on.
She's like, oh, my wallet. Hold on. Appetizer, sir.
Well, that was just me. That's just how I think. It's nothing disrespectful.
How
to a
did
girl,
the
right?
rest of that situation or that interaction play out in that situation?
What do you mean?
You told her she said, yo, I expect this, I want that, and the third. You let her know how you felt about things in life and your philosophies. And then how'd that go?
So me being me, the inquisitive me. So I go, if I do all that, and she goes, well, yeah, I'll take care of you at the end of the night. And I'm like, wait, hold on.
Sex workers.
So that means you will do this for anybody that does this for you. So in the back of that was a red flag right away, and I was like, yeah, that doesn't really make sense.
Yes, I find like when we look at dating and certain things, like
But that's where they're from. So in those part in the Eastern European, they expect the guy to pick you up, to do this, to take care of everything, but that's just
no,
what
I
they
feel you.
expect.
It's just funny.
She broke that
You
down
pick
to me
me up,
afterwards.
you call Uber, I come home, I suck balls, I go home. Yo, like,
No, so I couldn't hate on it because
It's a green flag for a lot of niggas.
I talked to my friend and be like, my friend from there.
There's a lot of legacies that got started just like that.
He's
all
like,
over Eastern Europe.
He's like, that's what is expected.
one man's trash, another man's treasure.
LA? Throwing that out?
Yeah, I think the podcast thing, though, I feel like a lot of the women that go up there, like, either they are living a very unique lifestyle or they're just saying whatever they think is going to make them seem cool, basically.
No, but some of these, I scripted at first, but some of these chicks, I think that's what they believe.
No, that's what I'm saying. Some of them are genuine.
No, a lot of
Yeah.
people are professionally dumb.
But that's why I said they're living a very unique... I'm going to just let that marinate for a second. 'Cause
I agree, still. Just
what I have to say is not as important right now.
That's an all that are practiced.
holy.
Because we're right here, we're talking, like, so we're joking around, whatever. There's some girls, you ask them questions. and I was
Professionally
like-
dumb.
I think, what was the one I saw the other day where the girl was like, so if my tire broke in my car, would you come and fix it? Or would you buy me a new Hummer? I was like, what the What's going on
Just
here?
throw the bitch out. Sorry. Well, see, that's why I get
See?
canceled. I
Now
get
you
canceled.
Don't apologize. Don't do it.
This is really him, guys.
Stand on that.
It's really him.
That was from the heart.
That was like
That was reactionary. Like, wait, what? I didn't even mean. I'm sorry, guys.
that organically came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm flabbergasted.
I would love a girl to say that to this guy. Yo, you gonna buy me a Hummer? What?
Yo, she might have to apologize after. That's crazy. Like, you know, but you put in a request and have to apologize. That's crazy.
I don't know. I feel like they're on a mission to say the most outrageous shit that they can
I just
say.
think society, the way that society is these days, and that's just, I think that's just what they're pushing, right? And then that's all I'm seeing sometimes because I looked at one stupid thing. The algorithm's feeding me all this
Oh,
crap.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
how
what
they
it
get
does.
you.
It does.
And then it's the other
trap.
side. You got the fresh and fit guys.
Oh, that man.
That's like it's the next extreme. So sometimes I'm like, are you guys serious? Sometimes, or are you guys joking? Because if it's joking, I understand. But if you some of the stuff, I think he's actually serious.
I think so for the fresh
I
and
think you
fit
could say the same
specifically.
thing about both parties, the outrageous women and the outrageous
We
men
see the-
that
we
get
go
on
back
these
on the videos.
podcasts.
But the outrageous women are the guests on the podcast. These guys are the hosts.
Yes. And Myron, specifically in terms of the fresh and fit, his takes are a little extreme, a little pushy sometimes. But not all that. Like, the thing about him is I respect that he can articulate his perspective no matter how outlandish it sounds.
Yeah, but
So
you
he
could
can substantiate, but it
you-
sounds fucking crazy. Like, don't get me wrong, some of it's outlandish.
Exactly. Yeah. You can articulate anything, but does it make sense?
Not everybody
Not
can.
everybody can
Let's not.
articulate it.
Oh.
Yeah, let's.
Because the same woman who's asking for a Hummer or something else outrageous will struggle.
But she's
very
not
often.
articulating. She's just saying what she
She
wants.
thought she
But then
said something crazy.
when you ask her, why do you think that you are entitled to
She
this?
just expects that.
Yeah, she that she doesn't have much of a justification for it.
So, who would you guys place the blame on, emphasis wise? So, like, even so, you see how the culture and the standards and just the mindset of the common woman now, or not, fuck, it sounds so degrading. Whatever, the common woman nowadays is like similar in nature to what we're describing. Do you blame the men for, I guess, what's the word called when you enabling it and kind of like feeding into? Because there's obviously like women are if this is the expectation, I'm to assume they've received this or experienced it before. You know what I'm saying? So there's somebody funding or somebody enabling this kind of mindset.
No, I think it's society. I think it's what's fed through the media and what's fed through the media and what's fed through Instagram, and then girls seeing it and just going off of that. It's like the question when you see these reporters on the side of the street: how much should your man make a year?
Oh, that's ridiculous. I hear
And then
that.
you hear some girls, oh, nothing less than 400K. And then you hear some other girls like, oh, I'm cool with 70, 80K. And then some girls are like, oh, he needs to make $1 million. And these girls don't even work, some of these girls.
And that's the craziest part, right? Because now it's like we've
Doing
looked at
some
men
kind
as-
of work.
Well,
It's so crazy, no, because you're being indirectly influenced by sex work and just the
Yeah.
way you think. You're like, oh, lie, my man needs to make $1 million. And then you look at like the real statistics in life. Yo, there's like what 5% of men, 10% of men. Like all the women are describing what 5 or 10% of the population is possible of, you know, or capable
But
of.
they were saying I think it's 1% of men make over $100,000 a year.
I know. I think
that's
it's
black
it's
men
more
too.
than that.
I think
more
it's
than-
1% when you add in 6 feet tall and other characteristics.
But I'm
that they
talking about
add
in the
to
whole
it.
world. I'm not just talking. in
Oh, okay,
the
okay.
whole
I thought we were
world.
talking about North
Oh.
America.
I'm not just talking in America.
Okay, in the whole world, probably
Probably
yeah,
1%.
probably is very
Yeah,
small.
yeah. So
So think
something
about
like
that. You have a whole society and a culture on the internet of women that, oh, we want this 6 feet, 6 figures, 6 inches. That's standard, right? That's what they want.
That's the thing.
Pause.
That's what they
That
want.
was his bars.
I said that's what they want. I don't know. I didn't never stop all that. Anyhow, I would just say, yo, that's crazy. That's 1% of the population of the world. That is crazy. I don't know. I just feel like people have a skewed version of reality.
But then
and that we're all
again, you
living
gotta
through it.
blame some of these.
No, you definitely gotta blame.
You gotta
these
blame
guys.
some of these celebrities and some of these guys that will do that. So then these girls get
Yeah, to get the
that's a
luxury.
lifestyle that they're
100%.
caught up in. So now
Well, that's why I asked:
they-
are we to blame men for enabling this?
I think everybody is holding hands
Yeah.
participating in this, bro. I think it's a whole system of
Crazy. I'm
bullshit.
over here.
But yo,
like
I
this
look
and
at it like,
disgusted.
But you're allowed
It's hard
to
for me to
us,
place-
though.
But you're allowed to ask. But you're allowed to ask for what you want. You're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
And no matter how outlandish it is. Now, if
Yeah.
a guy does give it to you, then you know what you gonna
Then
say.
you got it.
Cause yo,
But I think they even think that they could get it just because they stick these algorithms keep putting that stuff in their face and everybody's stuck on this phone. and they're getting an altered sense of reality.
I could,
like,
I can go to Toronto now probably at 2 a.m. in the morning and ask how much you would expect a guy to make, and they're probably gonna say like 300K.
Of course they will.
something foolish.
They're based on what they've been hearing. They probably don't even know.
But then look at their track record of men that they've been with. Not one of those individuals made that amount of money.
100.
And
Look
he
at her
still
baby
hit.
daddy. Her baby daddy don't even have a car,
And he still hit.
He walked to her house.
And he's so,
Okay.
Still hit.
right? And I've just gotten up.
No, but you can't. That's what I'm saying is you can't blame the girls. You gotta blame society and what society is feeding them, and then they're going off of what society is feeding them. On the flip side, you can look at the guys and how the guys are acting, and you gotta blame. What you gotta do? Blame music. You gotta blame.
No,
what
I
they're
blame
listening.
these niggas.
I'm blaming everybody.
Yo, did you guys see that?
Everybody
Did you guys see that pop the balloon with the guy that had he had like a fake beard and he goes to the girls like, oh, what would you do on the first day? He's like, I'm gonna pull up in my Rolls Royce.
Oh yeah. And then everybody started
I'm gonna
looking
give you
like,
a dozen flowers. The madam are like, yo, what? He's like, I'm gonna pick you up and do this, that, and the third.
He said 1,000. He said 1,000 roses.
Yeah, and she still popped him.
Yeah, he's
he's
a
crazy.
sipping lame
Yeah,
ass nigga.
but I'm saying, but it's like, look, the man
He's like the
offered you
final
what you
boss
guys want.
of simp.
Of foolishness.
Offered you guys what you guys want, and you popped him.
Because it's not what they want, bro.
Because nobody wants that.
But that's what they say.
He's like a caricature.
Well, that's another reason. You gotta like stay off of these algorithms and stop trying to believe that. The man's there with a fake beard, probably a series of fake chains.
It was
The only
crazy.
thing that's real on
Dog,
the man
the
is
beard
No,
was
he
crazy.
did have the fake chains.
Dog,
on it.
he had the Rolls Royce chain.
Fam, his beard looked like it was just popping off of his face.
Yo,
Directly.
Man just standing there looking
you know the soldier
swollen.
boy with the clean.
Hey, fam.
No, so you can't blame. You can't. What I'm saying, you can't blame the girls alone. The guys are equally as foolish. So it's like,
Well, I almost put more blame on the man than
Yeah.
for enabling this.
Of course, we're the ones
the
spending.
panders.
Yeah.
We're the
And then,
one in
like
charge of it.
And then exactly that, you have those who can participate, who end up like who play the side of the pandering, like well, you should be doing this. This is what the women want. All the time is like, big man, you're not standing on no type of integrity, and you're just kind of being a hoe because you're leading with your money. I think if you lead with resource instead of character or like who you actually are, I don't know, it just kind of bitch made to me.
but if you're trying to get a lady that night, why you gonna lead with? You're gonna lead with.
Well, no, well,
this is
that-
how much money I have.
well, that
Well,
would
that's
be a
the
thing.
confusion.
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
everybody's
I think-
being inspired by the sex work. Where a woman is there trying to look for a husband or a man, but she's behaving like a prostitute.
Some of them.
And then he's behaving like a trick while looking for a wife. Both of you guys are crazy.
I would agree.
I just want to know what he was gonna do on date 2. you offered so much date 1. Like, what's date 2? Like, what does she have to live
He's
for?
gonna start off by getting his beard painted again.
That's crazy.
That's where he's gonna start.
I'm not gonna lie, like if you wake up in the morning and your beard's on the sheet or your beard's on your pillowcase, something did.
Bro,
something.
his
man
beard, her
the man's
eyelashes.
beard was so dark compared to.
Why is everyone lying to each other in this situation?
That's the initial question. Why is everybody lying to each other to start?
Yeah.
That's because everybody here knows a man that would say, "Yo, I do this, I do that, I do that." You cover for the man just for him to get the girl.
Just him to
We've
go
all
through.
done. We've all done it.
Yeah.
Then when she got you, dog, you really doing all that?
In the back of your mind, he's like, "Yo, why am I here?"
I even
bro?
tell that nigga like, yo, you know the man I'm helping you with that. No.
If her friends I talk about, I'm not this guy. Not this guy.
So you notice. Oh, what does he do? Like you got to cover for the man because you know the whole script. So it's like,
Everyone,
He's not covering his bill, though.
At the end of the day, intention is very important.
yes.
Intention is everything. Can we see the camera so I can just see what time we're at, James? Ah, perfect. Madam, how do we feel about Quickfyre?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
It's called Quickfyre. I'm going to ask a series of questions, relatively simple to base. You need to answer as quickly and honestly as possible. Don't give too much thought. Usually the most
Well, I got to think about things, man. What kind of you set me up to fail?
intrinsic.
That's exactly
instinctual.
what he's doing. No, you got it. You got it.
Yeah, man. It's
Nah, I can't be doing that, bro.
all right. Well, give us some thought, but don't think too long. I'm going to give you a
All right,
countdown
cool.
if there's support.
Yeah.
You guys ready? The order will be our guest, followed by Mitch, followed by Cuz. You guys ready? Quickfire. Would you rather have to wear hard bottom dress shoes to every function or rock Crocs to the bougiest day parties?
Crocs at the bougiest day parties.
Of course you would.
Hard bottom shoes.
The YGs.
Yeah, the clickety clacks.
That's too much. I'll beat the Crocs then.
I'll be some Crocs.
I'm beating the Crocs. Would you rather party in a room full of people who don't dance, just vibe, or people who pop and lock to every song, even R&B?
Yeah, pop and lock. I vibe in that room. Yeah.
Everybody's popular. There's no
Everybody
exception.
know just
I'm gonna go with the vibes.
I feel like I might meet you in the vibe still. These guys is wild with the
They're
arms.
doing too much.
Too much flinging.
You're trying
in
to
this.
talk to
Yeah,
a
we're
woman
good.
and she just hear like this in your face. I'm trying to get to know you, and this is all you're doing. It's like,
You know the
nah,
Dave
fam,
Chappelle
we're
one
gonna,
when you're in the car.
Yo, it's too much.
nah.
Me,
Nah,
Go ahead.
I don't know, I'm thinking, I might be chilling. I don't know if I can handle the pop and lock, and I don't even pop and lock.
Okay,
Like
you
that.
handle everybody doing nothing?
He can't.
I've been in those ones. I'm not gonna lie, that's Toronto. I'm already accustomed to this.
Yeah.
I've been in a center. I'm like, I've been in club. I'm not having fun.
I need some entertainment, yo. I observe a lot, so I got.
Oh, I see. Would you rather go out with friends who post every second of the night with no angles, or friends who disappear when the bill comes?
I don't care.
What was
I
the
don't
first thing?
So friends.
they post with it.
So basically, your whole night is being documented.
I'm cool with that
Okay.
because I
But
got
you're ditching on the bill?
Or no.
Or.
Or friends who disappear magically
I'm
when
not
the
with
bill
those
comes.
friends. That's,
I'm gonna go with that. Yeah.
Some mans don't like their movements being documented the full
yeah,
time.
but I don't need you dipping
But
from
at
the bill.
least those guys are your friends. The second group of people you named, those are not friends, bro. I'll
We're
take
all
the
going to the
first.
washroom.
They're
bro.
opportunists.
Crazy. Yeah.
No, we've all been to the party where we're like, hey guys,
I'm not-
all right, the phones. That's just you gotta get the
Yeah, I
the
mean,
speech
hey,
before the
fam,
party
nobody was
starts.
here. Nobody was here. See?
You gotta get the speech before it starts. Yeah.
How do you give a speech before, like, so yo, we're not paying for this?
That's crazy.
How do you give that speech? Like, yo, we're not paying for this. No, that.
No, you got so this is the craziest one. So we'll go on boat trips with people. Go on boat trip with people.
With people.
As soon as all the girls come on the boat, like, listen here. So your phone, we see the phone, it's in the water. Like, there's no phone. I don't care if you're taking a screenshot of you and your girl having fun. The phone does not come out. That's the speech we give before you get on the boat. If you have a problem with that, don't get on the boat.
It's a valid
See,
speech.
That's
breezy
it.
right here.
Burst breezy.
That's it.
Would you rather attend a party that's only playing conscious rap or attend a party that's only playing drill music?
I'll do the conscious rap. I can't take Joel music all day long.
Mitch, we know where you at.
Mitch, what are you doing,
we
bro?
know where you at.
What are you doing, fam?
You know what? Yeah, I'll probably put the drill music.
What are you doing?
It's too
I
much.
know you're not doing the mythological, philosophical shit. You're not doing all
Yeah,
that.
we're not talking about the pyramids on there. We're not doing it. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my shiesty. Let's go.
I'm going to the conscious party. Mm-hmm. You're at a function, enjoying yourself. You're winding up on the ting you've been eyeing all night. The wine is so good, you think you're in love. See?
I'm from Trinidad. It never happens.
The wine's never that good.
Not never that good. It's a part of culture.
Right. You turn the lights go on after the party.
Oh God.
Would you rather
No.
the woman you've been whining on has a mustache or the same size feet as you?
What?
Bro, what?
Where you get this question from?
I mean,
That's
don't
my
blame
thing,
ChatGPT.
fam.
What kind of
Would you?
Both of these feel like a wife.
I mean,
Wow.
like,
Yeah,
yo,
but
all
one of them,
you've been just
one of them's a
bracing.
little bit more wilder than the other.
You've been
one,
just
though.
bracing and whining all night. See? You didn't look at her face once.
I'm
You
gonna
even
let
step. You
handle
didn't
this.
step.
No. You can't whine at somebody that you don't look at the face once. You just run up and find any random girl and just dance with
I
them?
didn't say that.
Nasty.
I just said, hey, this was the situation.
Sounds like your waist.
No. The way you were explaining that is like
I'm
you
creating
tell
the situation right now. Creating a hypothetical for the man to participate. Would you rather be surprised with a caterpillar on her lip or surprised with some sideshow bobs?
You're whining. You're stepping on her foot and everything.
No. When she turns around, you're in the back. You're not stepping on her
No.
heels.
See, the thing is, this will never happen because I will actually know what she looks like before I dance with her.
It's a predetermined wine, I see.
Well, do you dance with anybody before
No,
you get
but
to
in
know
this
them?
situation, it's loose, man. It's loose.
See, I don't drink.
I didn't say that. It said it was a loose
Somebody
night.
spiked the water. Fam.
It was your birthday. That one shot got you, bro.
Now my sister got big feet though. My sister's like 6'1". So like I think I'm good with the big feet.
Big feet? Go ahead.
I was gonna say that big feet because maybe she's just tall.
We're hoping for that, right?
But that's what it is. That's the only thing it can be.
The stash, the madam can't explain that. The
Nope,
feet, no,
nope.
God gave you this. You know?
Yeah, the stash. We don't know if they've been shaving it off. We don't know if it's
Yeah.
the actual.
You just know it's
girl
present.
to
I
start
like you're
with.
connecting.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You'd be cheesy. Everything's sicker than yours.
I would still.
Now, but no, but on a real tip, you ain't dancing with no girl.
No, you're not in real
Oh,
life. But
okay,
these are
okay.
quick fire hypotheticals.
You
Yeah.
You gotta
Like,
work on your quickfire there,
I
right?
mean, it happens. Would you rather only be able to wear outfits from Shine?
From where?
Shine.
In the
Sheen.
Sheen.
Is it Sheen?
Bro.
Is it Sheen?
It is
Yeah,
Sheen, but
yeah.
which
Alright.
is Shine,
I said
bro?
Shine.
Shine is crazy.
My fault, nigga. My
Can't lie,
bad.
man. I'm gonna wear worse for you.
Yo.
My apologies. My apologies.
Definitely don't order nothing from
Okay,
Shine.
so yo, your entire outfit can only your entire wardrobe can only come from Sheen, or you only wear a designer that's 100% fake.
I'm good with the design is 100% fake because nobody knows it's fake.
I mean, you do.
Well, I
I
don't
don't
care.
even know what kind of gear they have on Sheen.
Yeah, I'm never. I don't know.
I know it's a clothing website, but I don't know what they have on there.
Yo,
What they
Sheen,
have
if
on
you're
there.
seeing this, it's a
They have
podcast.
literally
This is a
everything.
podcast. I want you to bless all these guys here with some stuff.
Yo,
Alright, put me on. Let me know.
Yeah.
I don't know what they got over
I've
there.
never bought anything from Sheen. I've never actually looked at the website.
yeah, I love that. I love, man, get the Sheen spot. Never bought them anything.
No, but I've never seen. I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen
I
it.
think it's
I'm
something
gonna
more
assume it's
popular with
similar.
women.
It's similar nature to like Fashion Nova Men.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna assume it's
I
like
don't
kind
know
of
what's
cheap,
on
trendy
there.
Have
fashion.
you bought anything
bro.
off of Fashion Over Men?
You know I haven't.
No, I'm just asking.
But that's
No,
what I'm
no,
saying.
how
You
would I
brought it
know?
up
How would
like
I
as if
know?
We're supposed to know more. Like you
I
said,
don't know.
fashion
You guys
over
don't-
men. I still didn't have no
You guys don't
answers.
see like the on your TikTok. I'm not your
No.
TikTok. Your algorithms. Y'all don't see no.
Deadass, I don't know what they
Alright,
have on
alright,
there.
alright.
It's only his algorithm.
It's crazy. I'm getting targeted. Out here. It's crazy. Anyhow, yo, you doing your fake designer or you doing your cheap and thrifty?
I'm gonna do the fake designer if that's the choice. Let's get a high end knockoff.
High end, eh?
High end.
Foray.
fam. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we can do the foray.
Yeah.
We can do the foray.
Okay. Would you rather fall for someone who's a 10 but terrible in bed, or someone who's a 5 but mind-blowingly toxic and fun?
10, but terrible in bed.
Yes. Or a
Or
5,
But she's a sickle.
sickle and mad fun.
Well, terrible in bed is never good.
That's why. Yes.
That
It's
5
never
though.
good. You get bored of that 10 real quick.
2 5s make it 10 every time.
So I guess a 5. Yeah.
You doing the fun 5?
Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
I don't know. I feel like the most part I'm doing most of the work anyway. Like
She
she
ain't even trying to get
she don't
freaky
gotta
with it.
do
Mitch
much
ain't
to
even
me.
trying to get freaky with that.
She don't gotta do much to me. Like, bro, just be ready. I'm gonna take the 10 because 5, like, I don't know if it's already not.
Oh,
Fun.
wait, hold on. Have you ever been with a chick that just does that's bad?
Like terrible. Like, okay, I've got bad head before. Like, this is outrageous. But you could just tell her to stop. You feel me?
Please stop.
Like, we'll just have sex. I'll handle that. Like, don't worry about
No, but the sex
Please
is bad.
stop, man.
the sex.
That's what she's referring to.
Yeah,
She
I
said
say
10,
bad.
but the sex is bad.
Terrible.
She got the dry
Ter-
Sahara Desert pussy.
I've never had sex so bad. I wish that she was a 5. I'll put it that way. Like,
No, you don't understand. You gotta understand.
Fam,
It's
this-
not that she's a 5. It's that she looks amazing.
I'm saying I've never had sex so bad
She's
that
a
would make me think
starfish.
it's okay to take home a 5. I've
Okay.
never had an experience that bad, so I'm gonna stick with the 10.
Okay.
You can
'Cause
do your
5 sounds crazy, bro.
your 10 with the boring sex?
Yeah,
She's just there starfish like this.
it's
Pussy don't even
cool
get dry.
because yo 5 I don't even want you here.
But
I
yo,
want you here,
it's a great time.
but why are you here?
Because yo, for great times.
You're not getting it.
You know why she's there though.
She knows why she's there.
She
Yeah,
knows
but
why
how'd you
she's there.
get in here? Like, nah.
Too freaky for Mitch. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with that 5 then. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you.
Why did you pretend to think?
I ain't gonna hold you.
Man, like
You
this.
didn't think at all. You heard freakier.
No,
like,
I
nah,
thought,
need that.
and I'm just like, sex matters.
No, sex matters. Sex matters.
I can't-
Honestly, yeah, you don't want to have boring sex because, like,
That
The
5?
I'm just thinking about like, bro. I don't want to look at this, bro.
yeah, this one's crazy. Would you rather be 4 feet tall or packing 4 inches?
Did you
You're
come up with
doing
this
it.
question?
No,
No,
I didn't.
Chat-
Never
GPT.
us.
No.
We don't
Didn't
even
I
have
tell
this
you that you were
laptop.
going
Yo,
on
what's
a
worse?
bad path?
Yo,
with
who
these-
approved
with
this
game?
questions? You guys have to approve these
Nobody.
questions.
Never.
Never.
He's a surprise.
We actually only disapprove. That's pretty much all we do. With
Yo,
this
fam, what would
question.
you rather be in a terrible
Okay,
situation?
say that question again.
Would you rather be 4 foot tall
Uh-huh.
or packing 4 inches?
But yo, wait.
Yeah.
Just accept the 4 feet, man.
I'd be 4
He's
feet tall.
Crazy as shit, G.
I don't know about you niggas.
I already said my answer. I'm 4 feet.
Yo, let me break down this scenario to you.
You could break it down all you like. The question's the question.
You're 4 feet tall.
Yes,
First of all, no girl's gonna want to come talk to you when you're 4 feet tall.
that's fine.
So you're 6'10", with 4 inches. I'm just going off of your thing.
6'10" is crazy.
And
No, I'm
you're
just saying.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Yelled at me.
Who's gonna want to talk to you? Which one's the girl gonna actually go to?
No, don't get me wrong. You're gonna be disappointing a lot more people at 6'10".
I know. I'm just saying you will be.
But at least you got people
but
to
at least-
disappoint.
but-
But what he's saying.
But yo, watch when I get
At 4
hold of her at
feet.
4 feet.
You're down there
Watch
sexual
when I get a
predator trying
hold
to-
of her at
So
4
trying to
feet.
prove yourself.
The disappointment will be after the act.
I mean,
The 4 feet, you may
Might
not
even-
even get to the act.
What do you mean? We're wheeling up.
I just finished saying you're gonna be a whole sexual predator
Yo, I
trying to
got
prove your worth.
it.
You're gonna find yourself in a jail
I
cell
had to
before
stop
you find
myself
yourself.
before the wheel.
Yeah. What the hell?
I'm like, what do you mean you're talking to me like this?
You're not going to the bedroom, fam.
I'm very logical on that.
No,
That's why
absolutely.
I try to break it down. So I would take the 4 inches because at 4 feet, ain't nobody talking to you.
absolutely, you're just gonna disappoint people. That's cool.
Yeah, there's more logic behind that.
You're gonna
so.
disappoint
Because he's
people. Too?
already tall.
Yeah, at least I got people to disappoint. You feel me?
I know, but like, yo, you don't want to like you're about to impress.
The girl's gonna talk bad about you afterwards.
I mean, yeah, like what do you mean?
I'm not gonna lie, at 4 feet, I'm starting OnlyFans.
Yo, it's true.
Yeah, we're doing, we're OnlyFans. I'm here. Fuck it.
Think about it, cause yo, like,
That's
what do you mean you're
crazy
about to pull
stuff.
down your pants and she laughs at you? Yeah, I mean,
But
she
yo, you
giggles,
walk
nigga.
up to her and she laughs at you.
Yeah, but you are confident.
Yeah, I'm big stepping over there. Eh? I almost walked on my thing.
Let's move forward. So let's move forward. This is wild, bro. This is wild. For future reference, I never participate in the quickfire questions. I haven't written one quickfire question ever.
I need to know who writes these questions.
It's all him.
Not
And don't say it's ChatGPT because you had to put in a prompt to get these questions.
ChatGPT couldn't do that.
I mean, you don't know how to prompt it.
AI is not even there yet.
It's
What-
Room GPT.
What was your prompt to get that question? Do you want to be 4 feet tall with a big dick or tall with 4 inches? What was your prompt to get that question?
Yo, honestly, I had a whole series of them, right? And you got to keep working it down. And at first, like, I had pro-black questions. I'm like, nah,
Wait, hold on. Read the prompt for that question.
Hold on. There's a series because I just kept adding to it. You know what I mean? Yo, you have to know where you're coming from, know where you're going. You know what I mean?
So where were you going?
How do you get from pro-black to this, fam?
Well, this was fuckery. But
How did it get degraded so far? We went from this to like,
No,
yo,
'cause-
you have a 4-inch wood. Like, fam,
Because at
how
first,
did
the
we
thing about
do that?
one of the questions was like, yo, would you rather go to the strip club with Dr. Umar or you'd like go to the strip club with your pastor, right?
Well, that's a legit
No,
question.
that's valid, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't like. I wasn't so.
It wasn't
I
good
wasn't
enough for you.
I didn't know about his pastor back. I didn't know about the church background too tough. See?
But that doesn't matter. It's,
Ain't got
it's
nothing to do with it.
doesn't
It wasn't
matter.
good enough
That's
for you.
actually better than the other one.
I don't know. The other one made me
But
laugh.
I told you it wasn't good enough for him, fam. He said it's not enough.
Then I said, so yo, hold on. You going to the strip club with Dr. Umar or you going to the strip club with your pastor?
I would take Dr. Umar to a white strip club.
I would go
I
with
like
you.
that.
That'd
like
be
that.
great.
I like
And then
I
I'll observe. I'll watch him blow up.
And give him some ones.
Just hold these.
Temptation.
Yeah, and then you just got to corn down. Yo, make it freakier. Yeah, it's not good enough. And then eventually
So you actually say it's not good enough
Make
until
it
it came up with
freakier.
that
You
one.
type that in.
Yo, you see these prompts are wild, bro.
Thank you.
guys
I'm
gotta
not
talk.
asking, man. Yo,
you
you
guys
just
gotta
told
talk to X. These
ChatGPT.
prompts are wild, bro.
You
Yo,
just took good AI and told ChatGPT
Yo.
make it freakier.
Chat
That's what
GPT.
you do with it?
Yo, me eventually. What the? That's what you're asking this shit?
Bro, this is why society's fucked up, because this is what the man are doing with the
Yeah,
internet.
this is why they want
what
to
I'm
break free. Because you be doing shit like
Niggas
this.
on
bro.
there trying to figure out physics and rocket science. Man's like, nah, make it freakier.
Man,
make
like,
it
how are
freakier.
they describing feeling?
wait, hold on. Do you pay for ChatGPT?
Nah, this was the free odds.
So ChatGPT knows you because of what you type in, right?
No, free odds. We new person every time.
No, but you sign it with your Gmail. So,
Okay,
yeah, so they know.
Yeah,
On a
they
trial
know you're
basis.
freaky.
So
they know
by
it's
now,
you.
when you put in, they probably already knows he wants it freaky.
Freaky boy X.
So it's like,
Yo,
yo,
AI knows it needs to be freakier for you. It's crazy.
yo. You're like X.
All
Oh,
the
X
data's
is back
telling us
in.
it needs to be
Yo.
worse.
Nah, yo. It comes up with some decent questions. you know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
Google knows,
Next thing
the
in your
whole
crib.
Google corporation knows you're a devious nigga, fam.
This guy's gonna wake up one day. Good morning, X.
Yo, hold on.
Is it freaky?
What kind of freaky questions do we have today, X?
Yo.
Crazy.
Am I freaky enough for you?
We can get freakier if you want.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy? You could tell it to get even freakier, and it will.
That's crazy.
It doesn't stop until you're like until you.
Yo, fam,
Yo, how does he know this?
his search history is
The
crazy.
fact it doesn't
Don't
stop.
touch his laptop. Don't go
my
in there.
laptop's
This is about hiding his phone. It's all connected.
Wait, this,
Pandora's box, fam. You open the browser, fam, like a lot.
yo, this is a question. How many prompts do you have to give before you have to wait till the next, because it shuts off after a while?
I never had to shut off. What do you mean?
So when you ask questions, after a while it stops because you're not paying for the.
Oh, I haven't asked that many questions.
He got
Yeah.
straight to the point.
So that means that the reason why is because it
learned
gets
you, fam.
freakier right away.
They learned this guy.
I mean, adapt and overcome.
This guy's like trying to do
crazy.
better. Be freaky.
Nigga, I swear to God, I'll do better. I've done that. 100%. These aren't good enough, chat GPT. I fucking wrote that. Niggas think I'm joking.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
All right, yeah, continue.
ChatGPT's there getting freaky bad ups from this guy.
No.
Can't wait till he closed the laptop.
Thank God.
And this last one just a little humble. Yo, stew chicken or curry chicken?
Curry chicken
From where?
or chicken curry.
Try
whichever
that.
way you want.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
We're Trini over here.
From where?
From Trinidad.
Oh, I don't even know what you guys eat in Trinidad.
Don't do
Wait,
that
whoa, whoa,
either.
whoa.
Fucking Kishin, Monas, and
I never had a Trini stew chicken,
You
bro.
eat
I'm
oil
not
down.
Trini. I don't eat that. I don't know what that is. You guys have me
Cook
stunned
up
right now.
rice.
Cook up rice? We have that guy, and I eat that. Yeah.
You're Guyanese?
I'm Jamaican and Guyanese.
Okay, I'm Trini-Guyanese.
I'm Trini
Okay.
and Jamaican.
So that's why I had to ask the man from
It's crazy,
where.
man, I'm like a
'Cause, yo,
Rubik's
if he's talking about Jamaican, I'm not lying. I want stew chicken still. Jamaican stew chicken to me is better than curry chicken in yard. That's my opinion.
I don't really do
But
Jamaican curry
Trini
chicken.
and Guyanese curry chicken is booming still.
Yeah.
No.
So-
Trini and Guyanese curry chicken is better than Jamaican curry chicken. I will
Yeah.
give Jamaican their goat. Jamaica does have good goat
They do
Yeah.
so.
and oxtail.
Curry goat, oxtail, jerk chicken.
Yes.
Nobody else should be making that still.
Wait, hold
Jamaican
on.
exclusive.
Curry goat in Trinidad is fire.
Yeah,
It is, but it is. I'm not
I
gonna
just
say
feel
it's
like
not.
Jamaica just
But
they have
if
it
we're gonna
still.
if I'm gonna give like the average, I'm gonna give them one. I'll give them their goat.
Jamaica has.
I give them the jerk chicken. I give them the oxtail.
Yes,
You're not
I'll
giving
give
the
him
goat?
I will get them to go.
No,
Okay.
I'm giving
Okay.
Trinidad.
I need to have
goat
some
still.
Trini curry goat, but until further notice, cause I got Guyanese curry goat, but yeah, I'm going with Jamaicans.
It's about the same. The Guyanese curry goat is about the
The
same.
Guyanese curry goat's nice.
I'm probably gonna I'm gonna stick with the Jamaican.
Guyanese curry goat's nice.
And
You
then,
know,
and then Guyana is the pepper pot.
I don't
That's
like
not-
pepper
that's
pot
what-
that much.
it's not my
Were
biggest.
you born
I'm not
here?
eating
Were you
foot.
born here?
I was born here.
Were you
could
born
tell.
here?
I was born here. Yes.
That's why.
Yeah, you could tell.
You like pepper pot?
I like pepper
Yeah.
pie. Dip
Do you
with some
drink- do
cocoa
you-
bread.
It's good,
Yeah.
but it's not.
Fire.
It's good, but
My
yo,
sister likes.
I just
pepper
don't get the
pot,
hype
but
over it.
no.
It's a big hype.
you need
over
pepper sauce for it.
it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought
Yeah, I'd
pepper
rather
pot.
just like if we're eating Guyanese food, just give me the curry, fam. Like, why are we doing this? I don't want the pepper pot. Just give me some curry, fam.
You don't
stop.
even celebrate Christmas. Like, it was going like
Just give me the curry. Stop playing. But yeah, if you're saying Trini food, curry chicken versus stew chicken, I never even tried the stew chicken, so I have to say curry chicken by default.
Curry chicken stains the heart, bro.
yo, stains the heart is crazy. Yo, what are you going
Is that
to?
a good or a bad thing? I don't even know how to feel
It's
about
good, but I'm gonna go with the stew chicken still.
Yeah, I'm going stew chicken as well.
that. Say a word.
And yo, that's all I have on my list of questions for Quickfyre. So thanks for participating, guys.
Word.
Yeah. Do Madam any near any final questions?
Like how near to the end? Because like,
Well, you look.
where
you
we
can
at
see-
right?
you got
Look at
6
the time,
minutes?
nigga.
6 minutes?
Oh, we're pretty much at the end.
That's yeah. You
Okay,
have eyes.
okay.
You got one more time for a segment if you want. Yo, ask it. You got good questions.
That's what you got. It's like,
No, I got some bullshit pending, but
Yo,
let me see if I have
No,
any
no, no.
more,
Ask
any more like,
whatever, man.
respectable questions.
I
Let
don't
me
think
see.
I'll.
You know what?
I don't know if
While
I'll
he-
answer, but you can ask.
While
whatever.
he's loading, on the flip side, does Drew have any questions for the man?
Yeah, what are you guys doing with the podcast? What's the goal? I should say what the goal. What do you guys try to achieve within like the next year?
Well, within the next year, we want to secure some kind of sponsorship. We want to profitize this and grow this and scale it as big as it possibly can while making it a viable business venture as well.
Mhm.
We would like to have more content under the umbrella of the podcast. So it's like, this is the collective. We would like to make more other styles of content.
Mhm.
So I guess it would be under the umbrella, but I don't know if it's considered the podcast still.
It'll be on the same page, but it won't be in the studio necessarily.
Like
Right.
like street stuff.
Street
Yeah, so
stuff, social experiment stuff.
Yeah,
panel
you gotta do that at like
discussions.
2:30 a.m. in the morning, and on King Street we fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
exactly. We're just
Yeah.
waiting for the summer to hit and
Yeah.
you know, to be nice,
Yeah,
and you
for
can walk
sure.
outside and interview people. That scalability, you want to make it as big as possible, and yeah, like really just take it as far as I can. Take it as far as I've seen other successful podcasts. Like we've seen, you know, there's Joe Rogan, who I like to watch. There's the Joe Budden podcast, which is like it's not the same, but it's, you know, it's another successful podcast in the stream, kind of like. Even the was it is the 75 South guys, are they considered a podcast, or are they just a collective? You know what I'm talking about?
The collective. The
Oh,
ones with,
75. Isn't that
The 85
Carlos
South. Sorry.
Miller and
Yeah,
all that?
that man there.
I mean, they do a podcast, but they're also comedians. Their thing's a little bit different.
It's more of a live show, but they do a podcast too as well.
Yeah, they do
Right,
a
right,
podcast as well. So, I mean, I like to do something similar in the sense of we do a lot of big interviews, especially if artists or whoever come to the city, even if it's like TIFF actors, you know, people that are in the industry that we respect. Like, I like to conduct interviews with those people.
Cool.
And basically, yeah, just grow the following. I think people enjoy the content, so we just got to get it out into, you know, in front of more eyes.
Yeah, it is very Toronto. Don't get me wrong.
It's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't think
Not
the
at all.
Merchandise coming
Not at
soon
all.
though.
merchandise coming soon.
Merch is dope, and I think
Right.
for you guys, what my branding brain is just more getting bigger people on here,
Yep.
or pop culture, like, you know, somebody that's really in the scene, like politically, talking about the politics. Somebody that somebody looks up to, like sports, like a reporter for sports, that kind of vibe. I think.
Okay, valid.
Yeah. That
Valid
kind of
take.
stuff would be really dope. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really finding things that resonate with the people and the culture in the city. Because like I even feel like doing the podcast itself, bro. Like when you look at Toronto culture itself, I felt like we created the representation that we want to see on the internet for
course,
like
yeah.
ourselves. Like there wasn't much, at least for me personally speaking, that I would identify with, like even the content that I consume online, or like I feel like, oh, like this represents Toronto in a fashion that I'm proud of. I feel like having a platform and be able to express and articulate in the fashion that we do, that kind of like allows that to happen.
That's cool.
And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like there are people in the audiences that are following that like resonate and have similar sentiments.
Cool.
What about, Madam, any takes on what you, and then, were you going to say something?
Yeah. You was gonna ask something.
I was gonna add some. I don't know, but yeah, just to grow the content. Definitely, like you said, get more interviews in here for sure. Maybe even do a little bit more dating podcasts. Those ones seem to be pretty popular.
Oh,
And I
yes,
enjoy
get
the
more girls in.
conversation.
Oh, definitely. Just
I
to
think
have
we should
more
hold an
gender-based
event.
conversation.
I think we should hold an event.
Events are dope, but yeah, you first gotta create that.
Yeah,
You got to create the buzz. You got to create the
that's
buzz.
like that. Like after we develop the following that we're talking about, then for sure,
Yeah,
yeah,
then
get in touch with
live
people
events
face to
and things
face.
and that, and like
That's
Yeah.
it.
because I've been to a couple of live podcast events and like just soak it in and see how it's kind of conducted. And I definitely feel just the nature of our discussion, how we conduct things in itself, like a live event would definitely be received well, I feel.
Yeah.
Right? That being said, it's just you got to play the game. You got to put in the work. You got to scale it.
Yeah,
And then aside from that,
and it
like-
takes time. It takes time to do it. I mean, you guys have a good, like, I've seen like a lot of you guys stuff, so you guys have a good thing. Just consistency. And
consistency. You just got to keep striking at it. And then like as individuals as well, we're encouraging everyone to like cultivate their own identities and their own individual brands as well as a basis of, because it helps everything, right? Like it helps bring it back to the podcast. It helps with your own standing and then be able to create your own platform for whatever it is you want. Like just be more authentically you and profit off of that. Like, well, in the media space, it's like just go 10 toes down, just take the full plunge. It's kind of like where I'm at with it mentally.
Cool. You had a question for me?
Did you draw for a question from the book of Mitch?
He didn't drop it.
He didn't draw for it. I watched him not draw for it still.
No, because some of the questions, like some of the topics, they would have just took too damn long.
Yeah.
I guess just like a general question, like what advice would you give to a young person out there trying to get established in the music industry?
I can give you the regular answer. Be yourself. Be authentic. That's the
No, get a real answer.
That's the regular run-of-the-mill answer. But the actual answer, besides doing all that, is to study the business. Like study exactly the business, where you're making your money from, curating your fan base, building a fan base. It's not about getting millions of fans. It's about getting a fan base that you can cultivate. Like simple thing. You have 1,000 fans paying $8 a month, and then you break that down for the whole year. That's what
$8,000 a month times 12.
That's 8,000. That's 96. 96. That's almost 100,000. That's 1,000 fans paying $8 a month. So whether it's like you're selling them merch, whether it's like you're doing some kind of subscription based whatever, 1,000 fans alone, and you're making almost it. And that's nothing to do with music. That's not your streaming. That's not nothing. That's not sync. That's nothing. That's just straight. So build a fan base, and then work with the fan base that you have. You don't have to. You see Beyonce doing this. You see Drake doing that. You cultivate your own little fan base from there, build it, and then move from there, and learn the business. That's the basis of. Well, and also, I forgot the main part. Put out quality music. Be consistent.
Have a good product, nigga.
Be consistent with putting out quality music, and then
Study all
build
the
it.
business, no
Yeah.
music.
Yeah,
Don't be trash.
Because I'm expecting you to come with quality music first
Yeah,
before
yeah,
I give you that thing. right?
Take your time making quality music.
Yeah, but don't be. But some people take their time and say, "Oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for 3 years." Put out the music. It's
I
a
hate
journey.
that.
It's a journey.
fear of failure, though.
It's
We
a
have a-
journey. You're gonna fail.
I
You're
think the
gonna fail.
mistake they make is that when you say put in the time, they think they mean before I drop the song. No, it means like drop the song and then keep putting in time.
You're the, yo,
Keep
as I
dropping the
said,
song.
you're not Beyonce, you're not Drake. What are you holding me? Fans aren't waiting for your music.
I've seen that a
Just
lot. Where
drop it.
people are waiting to put out the perfect song. You know what I mean?
But then again, people don't even know you sing. You go to your Instagram, you don't even have anything that you're an artist.
that's
so how,
it. You're
like,
the world's best kept secret. You know? I see that a lot.
yeah. So just like whatever you do, let people know who you are. Let people know what you're trying to do, and then you cultivate that fan base, and then you build it from there. You may not be the best right away, but consistency after a while, then if you're doing the right thing, you're making the right moves, connect with the right people, consistent with your music. Don't be like, I hate this one when people delete all their posts before a new song comes out or a new album comes out. Just let people see your whole journey
Yes.
from start to finish. And once people are on a journey along with you, they're more inclined, like my mom, my parents, they don't know, they've never listened to a Snoop Dogg song. They know who Snoop Dogg is.
About it.
Like, so it's like about your brand and how you put it out to the world and stuff like that. So just be very careful of not trying to withhold when you're first starting. Just put out as much as you can, but also learn the business. And that's the main part. Yeah.
Valid. I
Yeah,
think a lot of people would take away from that because people get into the game or the industry or the entertainment business and have no idea about business itself. Like you just think just because you have a little bit of talent, then boom, this is gonna take you away. Yo, it takes
Don't get
a lot.
me wrong. That can happen.
It can.
But then in the long run, you may end up like TLC.
Might even
And
end up like,
or you may end up like
like
Tony
Lil
Braxton.
Wayne. Look
Like,
what happened to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, like he was a very talented guy, but paid no attention until his business, and then years later, and like learned that he was getting fucked by his, just.
But that's most young artists. That's what they're signing, right? They didn't have any money at the time. A label offered them a whole bunch of millions of dollars. They run through the millions of dollars, and then realized that their contract was recouping and whatever. Then they realized at the end, you have the #1 album in the world, and you're broke. Like that was TLC. That was Tony Braxton. That was a lot of other stuff. So you also, if you learn the business, as I was saying before, then you'll know what to look out for in a contract.
Valid.
What to not like get a lawyer if you can't afford a lawyer. You can chat GPT half of this.
No.
You could put a contract in the chat GPT and say what's bad, what's good. It will actually bring it up what's bad. I'm not saying that you do that, but you could actually do that and they will actually pull up this is bad, this is look out for this. And they will actually do that.
Valid.
Yeah.
Valid. I think
Instead of asking you to look for freaky stuff. No, you could actually do that.
Yo, I mean, if you need some questions to get the man them fucking answered and laughing and shit, bro, you could. ChatGPT is a very viable resource.
It is a viable resource for productive stuff as well.
Degeneracy included. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's it, man. That's what I would tell somebody that's now starting off. I mean, I'm not the be all and end all. I mean, I can guide people, but there's stuff I'm still learning, and there's stuff that other people are still learning. But if you learn the business and you abide by learning the business and you go forward, set up extra action plans and stuff that you want to do, you make quality music,
Quality above everything.
then it's good. But don't just wait for it to be perfect before you put it out. Like, let people follow your journey.
100%. Part of the journey is failing. You can't be afraid of it.
Failures are stepping stones to success.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Anyhow, I would like to thank you on behalf of Uncommon Sense for being our guest for the day. So, the madam, let's get a round of applause for Drew Smoothy. With that being said, we're going to go around the room, plug in the handles, and I'm going to ask you to do the same. So, it's your boy X, RPMX, and everything social.
Castronero88 on Instagram.
Money Mitch, 54X Mitch on Instagram.
And tell the people where they can find you at.
Drew Smoothy, DREWSMOOTHY on Instagram.
You heard it here first. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that button at the top for notifications every time we drop. And tune in next week for Uncommon Sense. We're out. Peace.
Yes, sir.